Hey everybody, we are back for another movie commentary. This time, the grand folks over at patreon.com/blindwave chose for us to do Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Or if you're
Philosopher.
if you're intellectual, the Philosopher's Stone.
I thought we were going to do the Terminator.
Nope. It did not happen. So we're watching The Sorcerer's Stone, which is the first movie of 8 movies, and we are watching the extended version, so we got like an extra 7 minutes to go through.
You know, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Me either.
I have never seen the extended edition Harry Potter.
I've seen the deleted scenes.
Didn't even know there was.
It's going to be Lord of the Rings all over again.
All over again, and it's going to be
For us, too.
great.
Okay, so a little background information.
Yes.
Eric, you've read all the books a couple times.
Yep.
I read all the books. Calvin, I'm sure. You read all the books.
I've read all the books several times, yeah.
And Aaron, you might have read the first
I
one.
didn't read shit.
You didn't read the first one.
No. I watched the movies once back when Eric and I lived together.
And St. Mary's are required reading the first, second books.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Catholic school.
You know, Eric, it's not everything you read on the news.
I know. It's crazy.
Whenever Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out in theaters, because we saw that in theaters,
Yeah.
we'd watched all the movies up
Yep.
to that. So that was when I watched all the movies, whenever that came out.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we see it together by any chance?
Deathly Hallows Part 2?
Yeah.
We all saw it together, I thought.
Okay.
Didn't you see it with Eric? Because I think I saw it with Eric.
Yes.
It was
I
like
think so.
Eric, Shane, Melanie, Joy.
I didn't see it
Yeah,
with any of you.
You weren't there.
I mean, Calvin was like 12 at the time.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
Well,
like,
you must have been 15 then.
I was never into it growing up at all.
Yeah.
Like,
it was one of those things that it's so popular. I'm not going to get into this.
It wasn't that. It was
Like
it was
Pokemon
drawing
cards.
comparisons with Star Wars. There's these fucking idiots in my high school. They were like, Harry Potter will beat Luke Skywalker's ass. You know what I mean?
It's ridiculous.
I'm like, he's a little bitch for one thing.
So to show
flying
them-
on his little fucking broom.
So to prove that that they were wrong, you just didn't watch Harry Potter?
I just dismissed it as something probably it's not for me. Eric begged me to do it, and I said I will do it if you play Mass Effect. And
Yes.
we made this deal
Yep.
that I would do it. He'd go through the Mass Effect trilogy.
He was a sucker.
Yeah, you still haven't played Mass Effect, have you?
I have not.
No, you have not.
But it's one of those things like, well, maybe I'll do it for the channel at some point.
Yeah.
Now I know
that
if,
would be
if
really
I need to
cool.
make a deal,
Yeah.
Well, now
I
it's
know who to
old.
make deals with.
Yes.
Not Eric. Making with Shane.
You can do that and you might live a happy
What,
life.
Calvin?
You just said it's old, but you guys are doing Gears.
Well,
Gears
let's
has aged
focus.
well.
Let's
Yeah.
focus on Harry
So-
Potter. We're getting into the movie here. I like Shane. I was kind of like, I'm not really into. I might not be into that kind of thing. But I know, like, when the first trailer popped up for this movie, I went and saw a movie. The trailer was this. I'm like, it looks kind of cool, I guess. And then, like, after that, I was with my parents. After that, I went to my grandma's house. The first book was sitting on her couch for one of my cousins,
Really?
and I knew I was going to be there for like 4 hours while they're all talking about stuff I don't care about.
Yeah.
I opened the book, read like the whole thing that night,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I got really into it. I'm excited. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, and we're gonna get started. So Calvin will count us in when he's ready.
We are starting right before the start of the Warner Brothers logo at the beginning of the movie, immediately after you press play. And we are going to be pressing play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Another classic John Williams score.
Yeah.
Who had only did the first 3 movies, but his themes carried on throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Goddamn.
He only did the first, what? 3 movies?
First
Three
3
movies,
movies.
yep.
Damn, they get so much better.
What, the movies?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen like the result if he had scored all of them.
Yeah. The man just works too much.
He does.
So we got Richard Harris as Dumbledore in these 2 movies. Unfortunately, passed away right before the release of the second one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the dad of the guy from Chernobyl.
Oh,
the
really?
main character.
Yeah.
This is Richard Harris. As that guy is, what's his name? Something Harris.
Jared Harris?
Jared Harris.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw him in Mad Men. It was the first time I ever seen him. And man, I did not know they were related.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people were pushing for when they were doing the new movies with Jude Law as Dumbledore. They were wanting
Jared Harris.
to play him.
Oh man, that would have been perfect.
That would have been great.
That
honestly.
would have
That
been.
is kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but-
do love Jude Law, but yeah, Jared Harris
Yeah.
would have been cool.
Well, it's like having. Oh, shoot. I can't remember the names. Never mind.
Okay.
So he's doing this to conceal himself, Eric?
Yes.
Okay.
He is making sure that no one can see what's going on
McGonagall.
the street.
Yeah.
When they were filming this movie, that tabby cat ran away for 3 days.
Oh my
and they
gosh.
couldn't find it, and then it just came back and they filmed the rest.
That's great.
Yeah.
Had to go around in cats. So.
Mm-hmm. But J.K. Rowling, you know, she had a lot of input because the books were still coming out whenever she started this. You know, they started these movies, and the three actors that she's like, no, I want these actors to play these roles. One was Maggie Smith as McGonagall, Robbie Coltrane as Hagrid,
Oh yeah.
and
Coltrane?
isn't it Coltrane?
I don't know. But
Yeah, it's
think so.
Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Professor Snape, Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Okay. I just love Snape so much as arc in this.
Yeah.
God.
You know who almost was cast as Hagrid? Robin Williams.
Yeah.
That was
That would've
Christopher
been-
Columbus's first choice, but J.K. Rowling insisted on all British actors.
Okay. I can see Robin Williams kind of.
He can pull off a lot
Yeah.
of good stuff.
So Christopher Columbus directed this?
The first two movies.
Dude, he'd done a lot of shit with like kids.
Home Alone. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why he was. He
Found
was,
America.
They did it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And it's one of the
He
reasons.
didn't find it.
No.
It's one of the reasons that John Williams is there because they have
Oh.
a good relationship.
Okay.
So do they do a lot of the same tricks for Hagrid in this as they did like in Lord of the Rings? We went through that of how big he is.
Only in the sense that Robbie Coltrane is wearing huge shoes.
Yeah. He's wearing like platform boots.
Yeah,
That are
and then
like,
whenever you don't see his face, it's usually his stunt double.
Yeah.
Hagrid in the book is about 12 feet tall. In the movie, he's like 8'5" or 8'6". But yeah, he's just wearing these big stilt platform boots.
Okay.
Okay,
So
They're made out of like.
it's
plywood
it's
and
not a
stuff.
whole lot of like forced perspective or anything like that.
gotcha.
Oh, Hagrid.
Hagrid's upset.
All attached.
Such a crazy plan they put in motion right here.
It is.
And
I can kind of see that guy from Chernobyl in his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
And the voice too. It's a very similar voice.
just no other fucking relatives.
There's none. All of James' relatives are gone, and then it's only the Dursleys left. And Dumbledore thought that would be for the best, that he would grow up away from all the famousness. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker thing, though. Like, don't you
know
think,
what?
like, if the
Well,
bad guys wanted to find him?
It follows the hero's journey of Joseph Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? It's such a shitty thing to put a kid in that room.
Dude, I tell you, that'd be a hell
It's
of
not
a
a room, Eric.
It's a clubhouse.
I'll tell you what, Melanie's room, 'cause, like she grew up with four brothers.
Yeah.
So there's 5 kids.
Look at
For a few years.
Yeah.
Before like Jim moved out and stuff, she slept in a closet so that she had her like own
Wow.
room.
Really?
So like she had like a closet. It was probably about that size or so.
Yeah.
That was like that's her space, you know.
Yeah.
And then once Jim moved out, the older brother and stuff, they were able to move things around and get her like her own bedroom, because she was the only girl with all these boys, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, well,
Ugh.
Now,
but it wasn't under the stairs in an evil fashion.
Sure, I get you. A really interesting thing I learned about the making of these movies, when they first started wanting to put this to film, the first thing they were going to do was do animated films, like with 3D,
Oh,
and
really?
not have actual live action.
Huh.
Like
They like Shrek or
okay.
Toy Story.
I was gonna say the Polar Express movie, whatever that is, with Tom
yeah,
Hanks.
I think
Yeah.
they might went more stylized, but one of the reasons they did that was because they were really afraid about casting these young kids, and if they can't make the movies fast enough, the kids would age out and they'd have to recast, because
That's
if
fair.
they wait 3 years between each movie, then the kids are going to be 25 by the time they get to the end, and they're supposed to be 18.
16, 18.
Yeah.
That's a fair
So
point.
that was one of the things I did, but J.K. Rowling was like, I don't want to do that. I'd rather this be live action. When I think about this, I think about real people,
Yeah,
Well,
no, that's good.
The thing with that too is that they've had. I remember Glee. There's a guy who's like 22 years old playing a 16-year-old. You
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
they've done things like that before,
True,
and it
but
works sometimes.
The
so.
danger in that, and there's a lot of examples on television with this, with kids, is like sometimes you hire a kid that's really mature and really good actor, and because he's mature and a good actor, he might develop in a way that like, oh, when he turns 18, he's going to look 25 or 26,
True.
You want to, but with like the 20-year-old or 25-year-olds that are cast as high school kids, they have a look about them that looks young,
Yeah.
but like characters like Walt from Lost,
Yeah.
like he grew up fast and hard,
Yeah, he did.
and they had to do some different stuff with him, so
Well, I think of just Tom Welling.
yeah.
He was 25 when he was playing a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
and he was 35
Yeah.
or 36 at the end of the show. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And he was playing like a 26-year-old.
But yeah, Christopher Columbus was watching David Copperfield movie and saw Daniel Radcliffe, and he's like, I want to find a kid like this. I think this kid would be a good Harry Potter. So find me a kid like this. And they put out this huge search looking for somebody, and eventually the casting agent was just like, get this kid. And they got him. It was great. It worked out.
This kid, whenever he's like, look at this snake, he puts his like, ah, he just has his face.
Dudley,
That's a hell of a thing to do that.
it is. So
Wouldn't
yeah.
everyone be like, what the fuck? Why is this containment? Like, why does this glass
Probably.
enclosure disappear? Thanks. Should have got Scarlett Johansson who played Ka.
That's much later.
God, she has such a sexy voice.
That snake looks pretty good. This movie is, it's not super consistent in its visual effects. Sometimes they're amazing, sometimes they're not great at all. And Christopher Columbus will tell you, like, yeah,
Oh.
we had to rush a lot of stuff.
Okay. And he's stuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
I love her reaction.
But yeah,
She reminds me
This
of
is disturbing.
it is.
It's like he's like,
Look at
the look he has on his face.
I love his
Like,
quivering
I'm not sure if
mustache.
it's the actor. Like, but his eye,
Yeah,
he's got this lazy eye,
he does.
and it's a hell of a thing.
It's a hell of a thing.
It's a hell of a thing.
So, why were they chosen? They were like his relative of some sort?
his
His
mother's
mother's sister
his
is-
sister is.
Okay. And they have no idea of
it's
magic or any of that, right?
They do actually.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're one of the few Muggle families that do.
Okay.
Because they have a connection there. Like,
Because of the sister?
yeah,
Yeah.
His mom?
yeah. But what they're trying to do is, you know,
Prevent
they
it.
don't like Harry, but they're also trying to just weed it out. You know,
Yeah.
if he's
Okay.
never raised around it, he's never going to develop it. But the thing about wizards in this world is like magical ability, which is something you're born with, and others aren't. It's unchanneled. Like he made the glass happen because or disappear because he was angry or upset. But when you get a wand, you can channel your magic through that.
Gotcha.
You know,
Yeah.
so
So the family's kind of trying to pray the gay away.
yeah.
Like they don't agree with it,
Yeah.
so they're just trying to like force it to
Sure.
just not be there at all.
To
Yeah.
similar results.
That's terrible.
Oh, they almost dismiss it like it almost doesn't exist.
Well, that's what the dad says here is that it's like
yeah.
it doesn't exist at all.
They choose they want to choose to believe it doesn't exist, but it's really hard to choose
Well,
your
the
beliefs.
sister, the aunt has to obviously.
Oh, wow.
Can't deny it.
They
really.
undeniably know, but they're so set in their ways. They're trying to ignore its existence. No, it's not. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Because they're so they're embarrassed that they have this freak in the family.
Yeah.
We also learn later in the story that the aunt here, she also was jealous.
Yeah, she's
of
jealous,
her,
her.
and she wanted to go to Hogwarts, but she didn't have any magical ability. So instead of well,
She could have been. She should have been like a caretaker, like Hagrid.
yeah.
So the way the magic works in the families is is it like the Force where it's passed down, but sometimes you don't get it or you get it stronger than
Yes.
others and that kind of
pretty
thing?
much. It's genetic, but also sometimes it can just spontaneously appear.
So like what?
And also, wizards can have kids that don't have it as well,
Okay.
called
So, like-
squibs. I think
Harry's aunt and mom had parents that were wizards then?
they did not. She is what's
She's
called a mug blood.
spontaneous.
So she just showed up out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
she's Muggle born. It just happened. I mean, it's possible there might have been a witch or wizard in her family somewhere. Maybe that's some kind of genetic trait she just picked up.
okay. It's like
but-
a recessive gene
Yeah.
where it just like shows up every once in a while.
Pretty much.
It's like redheads or something.
Back before he found the letter, we actually had an extended
I
scene.
love the look on his face right there when he's tearing those letters.
What'd you say, Calvin?
Back before he found the letter, we had an extended scene, didn't
Did we? I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure where he was, where Petunia was washing Dudley's old
Yeah.
uniform for Harry.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know. Like the gray things. See,
Jeez.
I've never. I don't think I've ever seen the extended edition. I know there's 7 minutes extra.
Okay.
I mean, I've watched the movie 100 times, but I can't remember. I think it might have just been theatrical.
Okay.
So yeah, we really get to establish like magical things happening. This I think is extended, where the letters come in the eggs that she bought
Yeah,
at the
this is
grocery
definitely
store.
extended.
Oh yeah, I never seen
They're
this.
trying to smuggle in the letters to Harry,
That's kind of cool.
and we do learn eventually that Hagrid, actually, he can use magic. He's just forbidden because he was expelled from Hogwarts, but he was allowed special permission to use magic to get this letter to Harry.
Yeah.
So I think he's having fun with it.
Yeah.
So they put him here to hide him, but they want to bring him back.
They put him here.
anyway?
Well, they put him here to hide him, yes, both because it'd be better if he didn't grow up as this celebrity, you know? He can be a little more humble. And it's eventually revealed that part of the reason he survived the killing curse from Voldemort was that his mother kind of instinctively used this ancient magic that protected him.
Love.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's bound by blood, and because he would be with that blood, the sister, it would add like a certain level of protection against different things
Until he's 18.
to keep him hidden.
I was just
Yeah.
curious because like if you go to like Star Wars like that with
Yeah.
like Luke, you know, they go and they take him to the family and they hide him.
Yeah.
But then Yoda and them aren't later on going like, hey, come on, let's go.
No.
It's time to leave.
No.
So I was like wondering about the method of that.
But no, I mean, they just put that age limit of when they turn 11, I think it is, right?
It's a lot of birds.
That's your first year at Hogwarts, so that was the year that he'd be able to go.
Yeah.
Is this extended?
No.
Man, Dudley, he grows up to be such a fiend.
He does.
You know, like later on when he's on his swing set
Yeah.
before the Dementors come. You figured they'd want to get rid of Harry. Like,
Yeah, but
that's my argument.
it's-
Is like, they could just forget about him.
Yeah, but it's also one of those things where, like, I don't think they absolutely detest him.
Yeah.
They think there's something wrong with him, but they think they can fix him. You
Okay,
know? Like,
yeah.
it's still, at the end of the day, he's still a kid that, you know.
Look, he's just tough as shit chasing after this little
I
kid.
know.
So do you think they look at him the way they do because he has the magic and they don't want him to have magic,
I think so.
rather than just hating him for?
I mean, it's a complicated relationship that starts out in this movie in the first book as a very childlike villain.
It's
and
cartoonishly evil
Yeah,
almost.
but becomes, as you get more context, becomes more layered,
Yeah.
you know?
That
I
one-
always thought Harry should just pick up off the floor. He's always trying to catch it. Like, don't catch
Yeah.
it.
He wasted so much time.
Yeah.
So in the book, we do.
Taking his shirt off and
Yeah.
choked his uncle.
We skip over, like, they went to, like, this hotel and they still found him there, and they were trying to go all over the country, and Hagrid kept finding him, and they eventually he gets this B&B on this island. They row out there, and he's all crazy. He's like, they won't get us this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're here because they're trying to hide.
They're
from
trying
these
to hide
letters.
from the letters, yeah. Harry's never gotten a birthday cake.
Oh,
Such a cool entrance.
Yeah.
Because it's this big, giant, imposing man, silhouetted. And sorry about that.
Yeah. Why the hell would the kids be downstairs?
he's got a gun. Surprised they didn't shoot, thinking it was a bear on this little island.
I would start shooting immediately if that happened, wouldn't you?
I don't know. Sorry.
He just puts it back. I always love Hagrid and his little pink umbrella.
Yeah.
Because we learn later that Hagrid has hidden his broken wand. Because when you're expelled from Hogwarts, they break your wand. He has it inside his umbrella, like masked up and stuff, so he can still use it when he needs to.
How did that fire? And
It's a children's book. Shut up.
how did they get those firearms?
How do they get magic? You don't think Hagrid had the magic touch?
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
We'll see.
I mean,
We'll,
shotgun-
yeah, we will see. They're going to explain it later.
All right.
I don't know.
You know, Robbie Coltrane would have been a good Robert Baratheon as well.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Aw.
Harry. You never got a birthday cake?
Nope. You don't have a happy childhood.
So they just
If
like,
you notice,
all
he's
right.
wearing these super over-fitting clothes. It's because they're just Dudley's old clothes.
Yeah.
Dudley's fat.
Yeah. So they were just like, yes, we will take this kid in and treat him terribly.
Pretty much. Does that mean?
Yes.
I mean, they have a responsibility. That doesn't mean they have to be nice about it. But you know, like Hagrid knows that they know about magic. They just never said anything about it.
Is that why he freely uses magic here in front of
Yeah.
the family?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like,
You're a wizard, Harry. I can't believe we missed it. Damn it.
I wonder how Daniel Radcliffe feels about watching these.
I've read actual
Probably
interviews, and
cringy.
he doesn't like his performance at all when he's younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like my reactions from a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't imagine this.
He thinks that like the other two
Rupert Grint.
yeah,
and
Rupert Grint and Emma Watson.
Watson.
He thinks they were good, stayed good,
Yeah.
but he thinks he was bad, and then he got real good towards the end.
Yeah.
I would imagine it like going back and looking at like first lightsaber fights that we've done and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. You know, it was
No,
like,
they were
"Geez,
good.
man, we're
And this too, like this is like a yearbook for him. You know, it's
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
your first lightsaber fights were good." Remember the dub in the locket?
Oh God, damn it. The fight was good.
Remember the random slow mos on the snow duel,
Yeah, it was
the
great.
winter duel?
That was art.
I was
The
like,
reptile
it was like
music.
they were okay. I actually just watched it the other day.
I always love the way you say it's freak here. It's so good.
Freak.
It's so hateful.
Yeah.
I think in the book.
Look at the dad. Like,
Yeah, Vernon.
look at him.
Yeah.
His eyes.
He sells drill bits. That's his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sells drill bits.
Drill bits.
You took the cake. No wonder Harry never got a cake.
Look at him.
Jeez.
So Hagrid has a very very
Magic
strong
tricks.
connection to Dumbledore
Yeah. Yeah.
because when he was expelled, Dumbledore kept him on as the caretaker. You know, cared for him
The groundskeeper.
even after he was framed.
So is Muggle in this universe? Oh, jeez. He turned into a pig. That's right.
Well, Hagrid's not a great wizard. He meant to turn him into a pig, but that's all he could muster.
That's still freaky.
It is. They have
Yeah.
to go to a private surgeon and have it chopped off.
What?
Yeah.
That's got. I don't remember that in the movie, right?
It's not.
Okay.
They just talk about it.
I can't
That's
remember that in
funny.
the book. Damn.
Oh yeah.
Because in the book, Harry goes back with the Dursleys for a little bit until school starts, but here Hagrid just takes them,
Yeah.
you know, and they get their stuff and they go right to Hogwarts, you know.
So is it that he's not good at magic, or is it also because his wand is broken?
I mean, he just
Well, it's not refined
it's
because
like
he's
if
like
you-
a sophomore.
It's like
right?
if you stopped reading when you were in 8th grade, you
Yeah.
just might not be a great reader.
Oh.
You
So-
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's also like a half giant, which has some like innate magical ability themselves. He's extremely durable. Like spells will bounce off of him and stuff. You know.
He's half
So-
giant.
Yeah.
So his
mom was a
mother
giant.
Okay.
And his dad was a player, I guess. This is extended. Yeah, I don't remember this scene.
Me either.
No, me either.
That's funny. Yeah, this is all new. Okay, cool.
No,
Look,
this-
look how big he is. This is extended. I think
This is John
No.
Kent. Oh, cast.
maybe. I don't know.
This is in there.
Hmm.
The whole train scene wasn't.
Okay.
So
You know where to look. Yeah, you're right. Where to go?
with Lord of the Rings, we talked about how like they always had like the book on hand, trying to make sure they were following along and stuff like that. Did Harry Potter do anything similar along those
It
lines?
did. The
or-
smartest thing they did, because this movie came out when the 4th book had just come out.
Yeah.
So they still had a lot left over. And what the smartest thing they did was they brought J.K. Rowling on as movie consultant.
Okay.
And many, not many, but I think they said at least one line had to be changed in this movie because it contradicted something from the 5th book, which wasn't out yet. She also was able to, most famously talk to Alan Rickman and tell him his motivation because nobody else knew that either.
Yeah,
Only
he
she
sat
did.
on it forever.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so cool.
He was sworn to secrecy. But that's
Now-
that's the biggest thing is they actually had the author on set.
Where it was like you say Christopher Columbus was the director. Was he someone who was big on Harry Potter or understood the books or?
I don't know exactly. I mean, I'm sure that if he didn't already, once he had gotten the job, he poured over because it's very faithful.
Gotcha.
I think the first and the second book movies are most like the books,
And then they change
And
later on.
the third one really deviates, but honestly, I think it's the best movie of all of them.
Well, J.K.
agree.
Rowling approved of some of the the
Yeah,
little head in the bus
definitely,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
But
Talking.
I feel like this is very much a children's movie and a children's book. And as the story grows, the characters grow, and the readers and viewers grow. It
Yep.
gets more mature.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's not as drastic of like Lord of the Rings, like they had a book with them all the time, and everyone
Yeah.
that said it was always looking and trying to find
No.
ways to like, hey, you got to be like this. You
They
gotta do
just had
this.
J.K. Rowling, and she was the book.
It's the difference of like
Gotcha.
not being able to consult Tolkien and being able to consult Rowling. You know.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
In fact, I think that it was rumored that she was going to play Harry's mom when he looks into the mirror, and she chose not to. They
Oh.
offered it to her, but she was like, I can't do that to myself.
Huh.
Well, that's okay.
I love her story. How she's, she was like on government assistance, stuff like
Yep.
that. Her fucking husband fucked her over, and then she became a billionaire.
She did.
That's a great story.
She was
Make that a book.
The story is that she was in a bar and she wrote on a napkin, Harry Potter was a boy who lived under the stairs, and she just worked from there.
Yeah. Keep staring at your water, Eric.
I wasn't fully paying attention here. They haven't done the train or anything.
No.
This is like a hidden place in the real world,
in London,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
Whenever you're in London and you're walking down the street, you just don't notice this one shop that leads you to this back alley, that leads you to this brick wall, that gets you to here. It's like a hidden magical place. But like it's one of those things where like you look at this shop and it has shoes and coats, and then there's another shop you don't like muggles can't even see it. Like it's there, but they just magically
It's like a perception
it.
filter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Like the TARDIS.
like the
Yeah.
TARDIS.
So is there like a I don't remember how it's set up, even with just watching Fantastic Beasts and that kind of stuff. Is like the Hogwarts area and that kind of stuff, is that like another dimension? Is it somewhere
No.
else on our planet that people just don't know about?
Muggles can go there, but when they get there, the spells in place make it seem like it's ruins. It also has signs over the place that say danger, ruins, and it has a spell in place that when you get there, you suddenly remember something you urgently need to go do, and you leave.
Huh, okay.
So-
everything is all in our world. It's
Yeah.
just
all
a
in our
matter of
world.
it being magically
Filtered,
manipulated so
yeah.
that
Yeah.
Muggles don't see it.
It's the analogy is it has an invisible cloak over it.
Okay.
So yeah, this is crap. What's his name?
Warwick Davis?
Warwick Davis
Yeah.
playing this one.
And does Mr. Potter. Such a great voice.
He has a great
Literally
voice. Yeah.
everything.
Look at his giant hands.
It's crazy how much they like the Warwick Davis's one of the teachers he played. How much they
Yeah,
changed
he
the
plays
look.
Professor Flitwick.
Flitwick.
And it definitely changes between the second and third movie.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, so Hagrid gets entrusted with a lot of missions from Dumbledore,
Yeah.
but so this goblin here is Vern Troyer, one of the only non-British people in the movies.
Who?
Vern Troyer, Mini-Me,
He played Mini-Me and
Oh.
in Austin
Oh,
Powers.
Okay.
he's passed since, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it makes sense, but I feel like his walk reminds me of Mini-Me.
It does. Yeah, he has very specific movement and proportions. He's
bow-legged a little
he's
bit.
much smaller than Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
Damn, yo.
Jeez, Harry's rich.
Yeah, so when Harry's parents died, they had savings.
Yeah.
I think Harry's dad was like he had like a grand aunt or something that like developed some kind of like cleaning potion, and that's where they got their fortune. I might be wrong about that. I think it's something like that. I know that it comes from the Potter side.
I love in the books how you get so much backstory on this vault, this bank,
Yeah. Gringotts, yeah.
and just the security precautions they take.
Like the lower levels have like dragons and stuff guarding it.
Yeah, and like you can get lost forever.
yeah.
You know.
There's a waterfall that if you go through it, it gets rid of all like invisibility charms and stuff, like a revealing waterfall. Polyjuice potion melts away. That
Yeah.
kind of thing.
But yeah, I had a squirt gun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So is muggle like a good term, or is it like a insulting term?
it's a
or
good term.
It's a neutral term.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's just like human.
It's just
or
yeah, the
something like that.
others. It's a way of saying others.
I'm not sure if like muggle and mudblood and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Mudblood is
Blood is definitely
derogatory.
offensive. Yeah.
But Muggle-born would be the PC term.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
it wouldn't be a slur if it was the PC term.
Yeah.
No, the word Muggle, like I think in the early 1900s, was it was a word used like in like the jazz scene.
Jazz.
Like, yeah, it was like a jazzy word. People, they like a lot of like hipsters, not hipsters, but like honestly, like a lot of like guys that were really into marijuana use the word Muggle.
Okay.
But I don't know the context. I just read that one time,
Huh.
Is that where J.K. Rowling got it?
probably,
She was really into jazz and marijuana.
or it was parallel thinking of a word, I guess.
Yeah.
So John Hurt,
Yes.
War Doctor.
Now that you know that.
All
Yeah, I know.
Ollivander.
Now I know it's so
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
He had such a great performance.
Yes, he did.
He's so quotable. Give it a wave.
Give it away.
Oh.
Man.
So yeah, it had to be the right fit.
He's just got like
So when you,
sense.
I mean, he waved it and something happened. Is that not good enough?
It's not. It needs to be something like, you know, I don't know what the right analogy is. Like, if you give a lady a giant caliber gun, she's not going to be able to lift it properly, aim it properly, and shoot and take the recoil. It's too much. She needs a gun that fits her, you know?
So he should wave it and something should just float gently or something, or what?
It should, you'll know it when you see
The
it.
one chooses you, too.
It's true.
Yeah.
So.
I wander.
Yeah. I love the way, I love that look and the shadows
Yeah.
and stuff. It's such a good shot.
Well, I
His
love the story
crazy
behind the
dark brown
wand.
hair.
This wand.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, in the
At the core is
in the
a
book,
twin.
like he spends a lot of time like measuring all of your body proportions around your head, you know,
Yeah.
like pinky to toenail or something like that. All these weird, but yeah, you
Nonsensical
know it.
measurements.
You know it when you see it.
Give it a wave.
It's always cool how Ollivander, like, he knows every wand he's ever made, like
Yeah.
what it's made out of, how long it is, how springy it is.
There's a
As
guy.
he says right there.
the,
Yeah.
the owner of the car lot I worked at, he knew every car he sold and who he. Yeah, I swear, yeah.
He's Ollivander.
He remembered
of
their
the car
names. Yeah, he
world.
remembered their names. Oh, I sold
Yeah.
it this. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
We also learned that the phoenix that they're talking about is Fox. That's Dumbledore's.
Yep. It's not always clear why.
For such a small part in this movie, he does such a great job.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Like
I mean, he's John fucking Hurt.
I know, but like I can hear all the lines before he says them in my
Yeah.
head. Great thing.
Terrible.
Terrible, but great.
Love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, if you need to introduce your main villain without being able to say his name or see what he looks like, get John Hurt to talk about him.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, man, that guy sounds terrible. I mean, if it was fucking me in there, I'd be like, yeah, he's a dick. You know?
Yeah.
They would be like, I can't hinge on that
Fucking-
guy's performance.
Fucking
Yeah.
nose is all messed up and shit. Fuck that guy. How unique is every wand? Is it like a snowflake?
It's supposed to be, yeah. There can only be so many combinations, I guess. But like the type of wood it's in, the core that has, you know, it can be a dragon heartstring or unicorn
Unicorn.
hair.
Or
There's a whole bunch of
Phoenix
Phoenix feather.
Avila hair, like Fleur Delacour has.
That's Melanie's
Flora
favorite.
Delacour.
Yeah,
Is Floor.
Fleur.
No, I just whenever we went to the Harry Potter place, like, I didn't feel like there was that many variations.
Yeah,
But I'm like, I wonder in this world, like,
it's supposed to be endless, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
And also
imagine-
like the length and thickness of the wand.
yeah, I was
Like
gonna say,
Ollivander goes all around the world. Like he goes like to Africa and gets this certain kind of black wood, you know, like to put a certain wand in and all that kind of stuff.
Well, then you can give him different like shapes and stuff too,
Yeah.
I guess. Because like
Mhm.
Voldemort has a very like that
Unique.
hooky
He does.
kind of
Yeah.
thing going on.
Yeah.
Where
Also length too. You can have him extremely short like Dolores Umbridge, or you can have him very, very long like Hagrid's was.
Yeah.
Harry's just kind of boring.
Yeah. Well, it's
You
one
know
of
what I
those
mean?
things where it's designed for the first movie, then you
It's-
have to keep that design. Whereas some of the other cooler ones were designed later when like, we could put some effort into this. People actually care about this stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
You know?
it also
Well-
kind of like his name. It's simple,
Yeah.
like Harry.
It kind of reminds me of
Harry's-
lightsabers.
Harry's got
A little bit.
redesigned, I believe, as well.
Did it?
I'm pretty sure for the third
Hmm.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
I'll have to watch maybe when we eventually get there. I'll have to watch and see. Or I guess I could just Google it.
Like it's
And not
I
have
think
to
it's
watch
a lot
3
more
movies.
similar to like this one
Yeah.
than
Well, that's
one.
good because the first one is pretty simple
It's just wood.
and a handle.
It's got like a handle
Yeah.
made of the same wood.
I think Ollivander just really distracted that day.
Just turn it on his lathe.
But no, like with lightsabers and stuff, I felt like the first few lightsabers you saw were just kind of like a metal handle.
It
you
was
know?
actually a handle from a Growflex light kit. Like it had a bulb on it. They took the handle off. There you go. We'll use this.
And then like later on, as they continue to
It
do more
becomes
and
more
more,
ornate.
you've seen more variations
Yeah.
and different looks and
Yeah. But I mean, if you compare it to this, then that first lightsaber would just be like a metal tube, you know, with nothing on it and
Yeah.
a button.
Yeah.
I think this is extended.
No,
Stick to your ticket.
nope. That's been there.
9 3/4.
It's gone.
Damn it.
I honestly don't remember that part.
No, it's definitely in there.
This guy that he goes up and asks for is an actual London King's Crossing employee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep. He's not an actor. I think he's like a train engineer, but they have him doing this job.
Glad she was being loud.
Just
Loud
wasn't
as
there.
fuck.
He'd be fucked.
He would be fucked, but
Yep.
it's Destiny, Shane.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like in
Figures
this
what
scene,
you
I would
make.
notice people doing this.
It's another one of those things where you
Perception
just
filter.
don't.
Yeah. See, that guy just walked right by. I didn't notice.
An answer to all of these questions when it comes to logistics is going to be, it's magic, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about her yelling 9 3/4?
That's luck.
That's just luck. And volume.
There's also prophecy, that he would do what he would do.
When you go to King's Crossing now, they actually have a trolley that they're pushing halfway in the wall.
So you can take pictures with it.
Yep.
Why to run?
Oh.
Can
So you
you get
don't-
stuck in it?
so you don't
It makes
stop.
it makes you more confident.
I mean, if you just walk slowly and you just keep moving into it, I feel like that would be safer and not scary at all. You know what I mean?
I guess just less time for the magic to take place.
Did that person pass through him?
Mm-hmm. Like, is it implied that this is taking place within the same space as the other place?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Because it's on a train. It seems to be like the same height. It looks like the same area.
It's like a pocket dimension, I feel like.
Yeah, I think this one is a little different in terms of
Or
where it's at.
Or it was just like a fixed port key where they went to another station.
That's possible. But I mean, it makes it look like he's going through the wall and then, because it's just like a thing in the middle, and then he comes out the other side and he's there as well.
Yeah.
So it could just be a teleportation thing too.
Like the bucket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're so excited.
I remember watching this and being like, man, he has a big crease in his nose, but it's just dirt. I remember it being a big thing in this movie when it was coming out, and people were upset that his scar wasn't in the middle of his forehead, because a lot of like official art came out with it in the middle of his head and stuff.
Really?
And
Like,
if,
even
you,
the
if,
cover.
if you read the book, it doesn't say where it is; just that it's on his forehead, and they chose to put it off to the side. And people were like, "That's not what it is." So yeah, it is.
It is now.
J.K. Rowling
Motherfuckers.
said it is,
Yeah.
and you know what? She's allowed to change things, I guess.
Oh.
She adds a lot of details.
Yeah. Last thing I remember was everyone being upset about Hermione. It was that play thing.
About the play thing?
Yeah.
Some people.
Well,
not
yeah,
everybody.
Not everybody, but
Yeah.
just there was some uproar about it.
If it's a thing, people will be upset by it. It's like Rule 34. If it's a thing, somebody will get off to it.
Okay.
You never heard of Rule 34?
Yep.
I've heard it from you.
Huh?
I've heard it from you.
Yeah. I made up.
frogs.
maybe you
If
did.
Aaron hasn't heard it, then it's like you're lying to him when you tell him about it.
I've never been like at Walmart walking around and someone's like, "Yeah, man, Rule 34." I'm like, what?
Sure. That's how most memes start. Walmart.
It's so that's weird stuff.
Yeah.
He's pathetic.
Fucking Scabbers, that little,
Yeah.
a little bastard.
Yeah.
Guy from The Last Samurai. Remember Eric?
Yeah, I remember.
To turn him
Speak
yellow.
us on the savage tongue, will ya?
They gotta be excited when they get on the train because it's the
Yeah.
first place they can go where they're allowed to do magic. I like how because Ron does not know any magic spells and he doesn't know that they're primarily Latin based,
Yeah.
his brother gave him this fake spell that he knew was fake.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because most spells are, flippendo and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know?
They're not like a rhyming.
They're not a
poem
rhyming
thing.
poem.
Oculus Reparo.
He has a great face.
Yeah.
How does she know?
She's read all about him. You don't think that would be in the history books?
What he looks like now?
Well, what do you? I mean, he having the scar?
But she can't see it. The hair's in a way.
I don't know. I think it's implied that she sees the scar in the book. I don't know
Yeah.
about this.
Okay.
Yeah. When he's sitting on the other side, it definitely just looked like a
How-
huge
Like
crease.
a crease.
How long are they on that train ride?
Couple hours.
I mean, train rides take a long time.
They go to
Yeah.
Scotland, don't they?
Yeah, it's a
Is it Scotland?
it's a
It's something
lock
like that.
in
know.
Scotland. Yeah, where the castle is
Yeah.
over top.
It's not Paris.
It's not Paris.
Not Paris, no.
I like the tradition that first years get to go in style across the lake so they can see the castle for the first time properly.
Oh, I would say they had to ride a train. Now they got to get on a boat.
Yeah. Usually when you get off the train, all the other years will just take carriages to go up to the castle, but first years, as like a special treat, get to go across these self-propelling boats so they can see the castle for the first time. There.
This is cool looking though.
Carriages
Yeah.
pulled by thestrals.
But then they got to walk up all them damn stairs.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. But it's a treat, Aaron.
Dude, it's like it's like OhioCon, man. First time we're there.
You could at Hogwarts, you'd be complaining about everything.
Why can't it just be a magic escalator or something?
Yeah.
Can I just get a gun? Magic escalator.
Wicked. So, how much of Hogwarts is real? Do they have an actual castle they could find?
This is
Do
all
you know
CG
about
right
that?
here, Aaron.
No, I mean, they went to a couple different castles. They built the Great Hall, the Grand Staircase, which it might be this or it might be the actual like moving stairs.
Yeah.
And they also built the common room, but everything else is done on location at castles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was
Except
wondering,
for
like,
the great big wide shots.
because, like, for
some of those are
example,
models,
miniatures.
yeah.
X-Men, the mansion is always like that one
Yeah.
mansion, which is the same one they used in like what was it, Green Arrow,
And Smallville.
Smallville.
Yeah.
You know, they use that same one. So I didn't know if they was like, well, this is a castle here, you know, and they
Yeah.
always use that for the outside shots, or if they use models, CGI.
What's that kid's name? Plays Malfoy.
You asked me too quick.
He's American too, right?
No.
No, he's not.
Oh, I thought he was American.
Hell no.
I would almost bet that he's American.
How much you want to bet? Because he is clearly not. They cast all UK actors.
I thought he was the only one who's American.
No.
You're so wrong.
All right.
How did his toad get there?
He lost it on the train.
Yeah, but how did it get there?
It's magic. What's his name, man? He was just in Flash.
Jack
I know.
Ryan.
I'm trying to think
have
what
my
it
phone.
is.
It's not Jack Gleason.
What?
It's not.
It's
Tom something.
Tom.
It is Tom something.
yeah.
Felton?
Tom Felton.
Felton,
Tom
yeah.
Felton.
Tom Felton.
I was gonna say Riddles or something.
Crab and Goyle. Look at Goyle.
But
Gives a stink eye.
there's a really funny story. When he went into audition, he had never read Harry Potter or anything like that. You know, he just went into audition for a thing, and they generally liked him. And he was like part of a group of boys. Like, so one boy like would go up and do the audition and then answer some questions, and another boy would go up, and then another one. He was like the last one. And when they went up there, so what was your favorite scene from the books? Like, the kid in front of him had said, "Oh, Gringotts. I love the Gringotts scene." And so when he goes up there, he just says, "Oh yeah, Gringotts. I love that scene." He's like, "Well, what part about Gringotts?" He's like, "I just love the whole scene." And they could tell he was lying. He just stole his answer from the kid in front of him, and they thought that was a very Malfoy thing to do.
Yeah.
So they cast
It's
him.
weird when you hear stuff like that about auditions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this dishonest kid.
And he's
was rewarded for his dishonesty.
Yeah.
Now he's a millionaire.
Yeah. Man, they definitely lose the wizard hat look real quick after this
Yeah,
movie.
they get kind of preppy.
This music reminds me of Pocahontas, the Savages song.
I love the hall.
Savages,
savages.
barely even human.
Savages.
I think you ruined it for me now.
I know. That's what I heard when I heard it.
Dang it. At least digging up holes was good.
Imagine these white men with these pickaxes. I'm like tied up back there.
They originally had the candles actually suspended and going up and down on set, but one of them fell and almost burnt somebody, so they got rid of them all. Did it CG.
That person should have sucked it up, man.
Children.
So
Yeah.
With giant robes
Child
on.
safety is not very important to Christopher Columbus.
it's not the Joe Pesci. He bit Macaulay Culkin's finger.
You know, Macaulay Culkin is now older than the actor was who played his mom in the first movie.
Yeah, Filch.
Hey, it's
David Bradley.
yeah,
Yeah.
Walter Frey, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Story for him was when he got the part, he actually got a cat and rented a cabin in the woods in Ireland and lived there for a month to try to see like how would I act around a cat if it was just me and a cat for
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
And that was his research for this movie.
That's hilarious.
That's fun.
Dude, he's so amazing in The Strain.
Yeah.
It's as
First
big as
up.
yeah.
It's got to be stressful.
So in the books and stuff, like, is this scene different at all or anything? Or
No.
does it go more
It's-
into like
it's-
how the hat operates or works?
The
or?
only thing that's really extra is you see a couple more people that go through it, you know.
Oh, we should got our hat downstairs. Damn it.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
And visually, the only thing you ever hear or see or hear is the hat saying the name. When you put it on, you can hear its voice in your head talking, you know?
Yeah.
in
and,
this,
you know,
like,
and-
it's,
yeah.
it's talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And Harry, like, is thinking, not Slytherin. He's thinking it. He's not saying it. But the hat's like, not Slytherin, but it's all in his head, you know?
Every wizard who ever went bad was in Slytherin.
I think Susan Bones is played by Christopher Columbus's daughter.
He's supposed to be like 30 there, isn't he?
Yeah, Harry's parents were extremely young
Yeah.
when they were killed. They were like 20,
Yeah.
like right out of school pretty much. So, yeah, he would only be like 31 or so. Alan Rickman's like 50.
yeah.
But he can't be played by anybody else.
He's
No.
fucking
Like, he
amazing.
can play by
He is
no one else.
So
He's
good.
fucking so good.
Like, when I think of Snape, I think of Alan Rickman first and then everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be so afraid to start eating my head.
That sigh of relief on his
Yeah.
face is so good.
Ron
So
has this like half smile.
Why does
thing
it
he
have to sit on them to like read their emotions,
reading their
and thoughts
minds,
and
yeah.
that kind of stuff?
It's better than the thing from
It,
Star
like,
Wars.
It sees ambition. It sees courage. It sees intellect.
I'd rather have that than Bor Gullet.
Yeah, right.
You mind?
And we now know that when it goes on him, it sees a Horcrux. That's why it's thinking about putting him in Slytherin.
Yeah.
When you're right here, it feels like only Harry can hear him almost.
That's what it's supposed to be. No one's supposed to hear. See, like the movie, you don't really realize, but like in the book, he's thinking it, and you can tell that the hat can hear
it,
his
yeah.
thoughts. But here, it's just he's saying it, and it's implying that the hat can hear.
I love how he Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Why does the hat take so much longer with Harry than the other ones? Just because he's
Harry's important.
a special entity of some sort?
Yeah, when he was saying like like a really good intellect, plenty of courage, ambition there. Oh, you do good in Slytherin, and he's trying to weigh because certain houses like they value certain attributes. That's not the right way to say it.
Attributes.
Yeah, but like the intellect thing, he'd be more likely to go to Ravenclaw because they're generally smarter, more mindful people. Bravery
Like the Athenians.
goes to Gryffindor, ambition Slytherin. Everybody else has Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff has no special
No.
things.
Hufflepuff generally is kindness and
friendly.
it's also
Yeah.
talent too because some of the greatest wizards come from Hufflepuff.
Have you guys taken the test?
Yep.
Yeah, I have. I've taken. Yeah,
What did everyone get when they took the test?
I got Gryffindor.
I was Slytherin, but when I retook it, I changed one thing. I was Gryffindor.
That's just a retake it.
So
That's what it
Slytherin.
Well, it was one of those
Yeah,
things.
he is Slytherin.
It's one of those things where, like, on this day, maybe I'd pick this, and on any other day, I might pick this.
You guys?
I got Hufflepuff. Damn it, Calvin.
What were you, Aaron?
Hufflepuff.
Hey, Keanu Reeves got Hufflepuff.
That's true.
Bitch.
Has his Cedric Diggory, who's very good.
Yeah.
You know, got Slytherin.
He might play Batman.
No fucking Hitler.
I don't know. Hitler.
What did
He
you say?
wouldn't go to Hogwarts.
You know who got Slytherin?
Hitler. Shut the fuck up.
Fucking-
Can you imagine that fucking Nazi?
what the?
Sorry if any
It's the
Nazis
fat,
out there
it's the Fat
listening.
Friar. The Bloody Baron?
Wait, isn't that nearly Headless Nick?
No.
No. Nearly
No.
Headless Nick was just a bit ago when I
Nearly
roared
headless.
John Cleese.
How can you
Yeah.
be nearly headless?
There he is. Headless ghosts.
Yeah, it's a game that Headless Ghosts play. And
Yeah.
he can't because he's not fully headless.
Like this.
It's just that one little bit of ghostly skin that can't be cut now because it's
Yeah.
ghostly.
Is that how it works? So who are the rest
For
of these
his-
ghosts?
for
So
his
they just
execution.
They're just ghosts that eventually make their home at Hogwarts.
and that's
Dude, that's
fine.
disgusting.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
For his execution, he was struck like 99 times in the neck with a dull axe.
With a dull axe.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And they eventually
It's
just
pretty
gave up
clean
before
looking.
His head came
It's like, yeah. There's not like a bunch of little nicks.
Well, it's more
Nearly
like
headless.
squishing it in half rather than cutting it.
Yeah.
How can you be nearly headless?
Nearly.
Yeah, this is a real set, except for, of course, the super
The
extended
movement.
roof.
The moving stairs.
Yeah, I think this is the
You know,
grand
I feel like
staircase.
those moving stairs, someone could die.
Yeah, but it's magic
could.
also.
Yeah.
So are these paintings real?
The frames are.
Yeah,
Or are they all CGI'd?
I don't know exactly.
This is cool looking right here. This
I'm just
hallway.
curious on how they would
I
do
want
that.
to have a lightsaber fight in that hallway. Eric.
Yeah, I think this is a real castle. The fat lady was also recast later too.
Yeah.
That's her name, by the way.
Fat lady.
The fat lady, yes.
Her name is the Fat Lady.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's the fat lady in the pink dress.
Yeah. I mean, that's at least the name of the painting to which they refer.
They're always
to
talking
her.
about like, what's the password for the fat lady?
Yeah.
Dude, the common room is so like the way they're like in these paintings.
Yeah.
It's like these little. Oh, it's so cool, dude.
So you have to have a password to get in here?
Yeah,
Mhm.
only Gryffindors can get in.
Is it the same with each of the other houses?
Yeah, and all
Yeah.
of their entrances are hidden so that members of the other houses can't sneak
So
in.
they don't know where the Slytherin entrance is?
No, they eventually find out,
Yeah,
but
It's
they're
just
not meant
crazy.
to.
The
through
And
shenanigans
actually,
and trickery.
the Ravenclaw common room isn't a password; it's a riddle you have to solve that changes.
It changes?
Yeah.
'Cause of
they're
intellect?
smarter, yeah.
Yeah. Like when they're trying to get into it, I think in the last book, the riddle is what came first, the chicken or the egg? And the answer that they accepted was the circle has no beginning.
Huh.
Hedwig, which is the only place you can wear a wig.
On your head.
Yeah, that's always
It's
what I
not
thought.
true. Isn't there a thing for like
You could have an earwig.
now, isn't there like a thing for like guys that don't have pubic hair? What's it called? It's like a special word.
Eric, you looking at this
Because you're
rule,
not a man of culture. You don't know this
you're
stuff.
looking at this Rule 34 stuff, you find this
I
kind of
haven't.
shit.
I just know things.
All right, we're
What's it called? It's called something.
I honestly
I have
don't
never
know
heard
about
of
that.
it.
I don't know
For it.
about that, Eric.
There's gonna. You would have tested me again.
No, I just like I don't. I would. How would I know about this shit?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Read.
It seems weird.
Where would I read that at?
There's plenty of places.
I've heard of people wanting to get rid of hair from there, but not people
Sure.
trying to get a wig for there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Oh.
called something special.
But even still, that's still putting hair on your head.
I guess so. I stand corrected. It's always shame me for knowing shit.
Or just weird shit.
It's
I
weird
didn't
shit.
Weird. It's just stuff. You know
Let's
weird
watch
shit.
this.
I don't shame you.
let's watch this fucking movie. Stop shaming people.
It's like you're going to you don't go to like school and shame teachers. They know stuff that students don't.
Yeah, they know useful stuff.
Yeah.
And it's useful. I just able to pull it out right now.
But you didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, I know. I should know it more.
Oh, here.
I love how he leaves
I-
the door
Yeah,
open.
I don't think I can
on
commentate over
himself.
Alan Rickman. He's not biased at all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, he nails it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That sounds like all bad stuff. Doesn't it?
Stopping death?
I mean, you shouldn't stop death.
Getting glory?
People stop death all the time. Doctors, wig makers,
This has to happen.
What'd you say?
wig makers.
Wig.
Attention.
At first, I thought you meant carpenters.
He's taking notes for your class. Shit. What?
Yeah, but he appears to be doodling.
Merkin. It's called a merkin.
How the hell would he know?
Hermione knows.
But yeah, but she grew up with a family of
She did not.
what? I don't know.
She just read since she got her books. That's it. I just looked up merkin.
Is it?
Yeah. A cool little detail here is that in the 6th book, Ron gets poisoned from a love potion, and Harry remembers what he said that one of the
Bezoar?
that it fixed a certain kind of poisoning. Just from
Look
this
at
lesson.
Draco, a smug bastard.
Oh, this is new.
Yeah, it is.
Silence.
It's not like he's using his fame right now. I don't understand Snape here.
He just hates him.
Yeah.
So it's terrible.
He
we
expects
learn
him
later
to be
why.
a little shit because his dad was a little shit,
Yeah, his dad was, man. So it,
and his
you-
dad was his bully.
you actually kind of understand it a
Yeah.
little
I've seen
bit.
this before.
Yeah, this is new. Yeah, that right there. Harry uses that 6 years
Yeah.
later to save Ron's life. He's so funny.
That's what Harry was trying to do, and he stopped him.
Yeah.
Dude, if I was a muggle born, I'd be bringing a pen. I don't want to use ink.
Right.
We had it at St. Mary's for like a class. For like the whole class. It was hard as fuck to do.
Yeah.
He's got such an intense stare.
He's so perfect because Snape is. He's like when you read the book, he like commands, like McGonagall commands her class because she's stern, but Snape will command a class with a whisper.
Yeah.
Like you can barely hear him, like sometimes when he's talking.
So he's doing the same thing though. He's trying
It's
to.
Yeah.
also not a good spell.
Damn it, out of water.
Oh. But shouldn't it be Latin based?
It should,
Should. Exactly why it exploded.
because this is a fake scene, not from the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'd be worried about shitting my food. You know?
You'd be like this.
No.
No one's eating. There's a basket of fruit.
Yeah. It's probably
This is like
already.
study hall.
Next study hall,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love study hall.
This is a disruption to study hall.
It might be right after breakfast because the food disappears and stuff.
It disappears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes back down to on the level under it. There are identical tables that the house elves put food on and send it up.
Like a dumbwaiter.
I would hate if I'm just there and then my food just fucking disappeared on me.
After you're done.
Wouldn't it be terrible?
You complaining about that?
So he gets this thing that makes it so he can't, if he's forgotten something,
It'll remind him
it'll
that
remind
he
him
had
that he's
forgot
forgotten something, but he can't remember what he forgot. He's the only character that's not wearing an outer robe. He forgot to put his robe on.
Oh, is that what it is that he's
Yeah.
forgotten?
I mean, that's implied. Or not implied, but that's what fans have thought.
Oh, someone tried to rob the vault that him and Hagrid went to.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
713.
Yep. Right now she's not really their friend, so she's kind of listening in,
I was always disappointed. Like I always pinned Harry and Hermione together.
Yep.
I hated that they weren't.
That's what J.K. Rowling said she afterwards kind of thought.
I don't know. I actually prefer that they were just good friends, and it's not like a cliche. Oh, because it's a guy and girl that are good friends, they must be romantically involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that they had better chemistry than like her and Ron.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't read the books, just the
Yeah.
movies, but
I like how it kind of goes up.
It's like I'm talking to my dick when I'm drunk.
It's in
the Harrys went up right away, huh?
Yeah.
Our straight
He's-
training coach.
He's particularly good at flying.
When he was always when he'd squat, he'd sit there and get on his knees and look at you. When you got to parallel, he'd go up. He'd scream at you.
This person looks familiar.
Yeah, she's always looked familiar to me. I can't remember what I've seen her from though.
The only thing I've seen her in, other than this, I think, is Red Dwarf.
I love that whistle. It's loud, but not too loud.
Yeah.
It's a bosun's whistle.
Why is he going up?
He's not very good at it. It's be uncomfortable, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really would.
Having like a broom handle just right up your butt.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think like
See, that CG is not the best
Yeah.
anymore.
it comes across.
Yeah,
Like-
I would be dead.
I mean, like I had to imagine like you become floaty as well. Because you couldn't just sit on that fucking thing. Can you imagine just sit on that thing?
Yeah.
If it was like on
Especially
wires,
like doing zigzags and stuff, it'd be like grinding your balls and stuff.
like that.
Terrible.
Like he could just die, man.
Good thing he got his robe now.
His clip now. Yeah, he got now.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
hang him right there.
See, that was a CG falling down, and then he was just back
Yeah,
there.
he was just
laying
there.
there.
Yeah,
and then
That-
they had the kids get away. He's just still there.
yeah,
it's good.
that's
It's
cool.
done well.
It's done
the
well.
CGI didn't look the best.
It's
but
not the best.
It's
No.
done well.
He fell way too fast
Oh man, his forgotten thingy.
for Remembrall.
I wonder why some of the kids hold it down and some of them hold it up.
They probably weren't given like direction.
Yeah.
They probably didn't want to break the bristles.
No. Ooh.
See, Harry. I mean, I thought he kind of was he unnecessarily kind of reached out. Hey, Give it here.
Yeah.
Madam Hooch.
Madam Hooch.
What's her name?
What?
Nothing. Didn't say anything. Just clarified. Malfoy's not too bad.
Yeah, he's
Well-
been doing it since he was young.
Yeah, comes from a rich family, so like all those other rich
Yeah.
kids that had like go karts and
See,
stuff when they were
yeah, when you're a kid,
Yeah.
you can't use magic, but you can use magical objects like a broom.
young. McGonagall sees that.
That was a great catch.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
This is an interesting shot because he'll
He's like hovering.
right here. He jumps off whatever he was keeping him above ground,
Yeah.
and then runs forward.
Have you ever done something? Everyone's just started cheering and running at you.
how'd she get down
Yeah,
there
when
so
I remembered
fast?
the Merkin word.
Yeah, in the van.
Yeah.
She got down there quick.
She was magical. She probably turned into like a floaty cat. Like a flying cat.
You mean a cat?
Like a f-
I love this set.
I wonder if that iguana made that sound that he's holding. If it was like,
I love this man's head.
he has a good head.
that lizard's making that noise?
I think so.
I love in the book when she starts asking him for wood when Harry thinks she's asking
Gonna
for like a
get his
paddle
ass
to
whooped.
beat him.
Yeah.
She's gonna beat his ass while
Yeah.
expelling him.
Yeah. But one thing I love about the books is like as the movie's going, they cut out so much of the Quidditch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
Yeah.
it's like
the
a big
books or the movies do.
the movies
The
do.
movie, yeah.
The book expands on a much
I
more.
mean,
It's a really big part
we
of.
only get one game in the movie, but
Yeah.
we get a couple games in the book.
Well, and it's like a part of his social life, and
Yeah.
like he has all these conflictions. Like Ron ends up joining, and all this stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want more sport aspect of it.
Well, it was just an important part of his character, honestly.
Is it cool? I mean, it's an Easter egg. I don't know if you can actually read it, but here it'll say, "For services to the school, Tom Riddle."
I
In this,
didn't
in this
know.
trophy case. Yeah. Special services to Hogwarts, it says Tom Riddle on it.
And like obviously, like the Tom Riddle, the books is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You get so many like other flashbacks and stuff, and
Love how Hermione sees it, but
She does.
I just imagine someone getting crushed.
Why do they do this?
The staircases?
Because they want to?
I mean, honestly, in the book, it doesn't really exactly work like this. Like, it doesn't like do it while you're on it and stuff.
it doesn't do it randomly.
It's the school is just so in like saturated with magic that things just change sometimes. Rooms will change.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have to go somewhere else to like a different way to get to the same class sometimes.
Yeah.
But they don't actually change like the way they're being shown here. Like sometimes staircases will just go to nowhere sometimes, that kind of thing.
Get. Run.
Yeah, because Filch is not
Filch
far
starts
behind.
chasing after him.
Are they afraid of Filch?
Well,
Yeah.
whenever they see Mrs. Norris, Filch is never far behind. It's implied they have some kind of like
telepathic
almost connection.
almost.
that they can see.
So is he just like a scary janitor?
Yeah.
Like there's the
He hates students. We eventually learn that the reason he does is because he doesn't have any magical ability himself,
Yeah.
and he's a janitor, which would be the worst because a janitor with magic would be so much more efficient.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he hates his life.
He does. Look at him.
Man, he looks younger.
He really does.
Damn.
He was much younger back then. Yeah.
Fluffy.
It always makes me yawn.
They could have gotten eaten.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they could hold that back.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about locking the door. I doubt that dog could come through.
Hogwarts is extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where like a lot of things can kill you, or I should say, a lot of things can get you near death. But fortunately, with magic, you're able to heal a lot of people from a lot of near death things. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they tend to have more liability or less liability when it comes to their students. Or worse, expelled.
If you're a wizard, wouldn't you rather be dead than be expelled?
I don't know. Depends where I end up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. But like, never being able to do magic again, knowing that it's a real thing,
I'd be pretty pissed.
I would be very, very pissed.
I go buy stuff though.
That's why she says, or worse, expelled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to her, the worst
yeah.
thing is not getting
Yeah.
an education.
She would rather die than
Yeah.
be expelled from what she wants to learn. Quaffle.
Quaffle. You know, for explaining a game that, you know, is completely made up and stuff, the movie does it pretty quick, pretty efficient.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think the actor that played Wood had no acting
What are
experience
those?
beforehand, right?
I don't know.
What?
They just liked like his face and everything.
I love the sounds they make.
Just
Yeah.
angry little balls.
One thing I love about Fantastic Beasts is little magical sounds and
Yeah.
Incoming. So it always comes back?
It magically goes towards the nearest person pretty much. So you can kind of like, if you're a beater, you want to try to, you know, protect your team and sick them on the other team.
Yeah.
'Cause you
okay.
can't-
So
'cause-
those things
yeah.
are made to like attack the other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the big ball is trying to get points, and then the snitch.
Yeah.
The snitch ends the game
the one
and
you
gives
catch
you
and-
150 points extra.
which is way too much.
It's
I-
way OP.
I think it's too much. But it's also meant to imply how long these games go. I mean, there's been games that lasted like weeks because no one ever found the snitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had thousands of points. So the 150 didn't matter, you know?
Yeah. Well, in the books, the ones that you see don't get that high though. Like with Harry.
Oh.
Not with kids.
So the
Yeah.
game only ends once the
Yeah.
snitch is caught.
Only
Yeah.
ends then, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
That's the only way to end the game.
So
you-
we got
the-
60 points. They have zero,
yeah, the
and then
snitch's
some,
catch
they find
is
the
caught
snitch.
every time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was a thing of like, you know, you'd go for a time limit, but if the snitch is caught,
No.
then the game ends early. So the person doing the snitch is very important then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Seeker.
This is Warwick, right?
Yep.
Yep. Whose character changes like crazy in the third movie.
Yeah.
He just becomes a dude with a haircut.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
In the third movie, Flitwick is just, he has black hair,
He's got
a
a bowl
regular
cut.
haircut, and it's just him. It's just his face. It's no prosthetics or anything.
Why?
Alfonso Cuarón just went a different way. He just didn't like this version of Flitwick.
Is
And
is Flitwick in the second movie?
Yeah. And he looks like this. I mean,
Leviosa.
the whole castle changes in the third movie. Like where Hagrid's cabin is, the layout and everything.
That's also when they added the bridge.
I love this right,
Right.
The
here.
bridge, yeah. Not Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Calvin, you do that to me a lot.
It's true.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Aston.
Proven
Oh,
wrong.
Frickin' Ron.
If I went to this school, I'd try so hard.
Yeah,
I don't try hard in my school when I was a kid, but I would try so hard here.
I
you
would
know?
try so hard.
I feel like I would too.
This kid is trying plenty hard, and he keeps blowing shit
True,
up.
I know.
He's not doing the swish and flick.
I'm just saying, like in general, I would like try to apply myself and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I say that as an adult. Like maybe as a kid that grew up around this stuff, I wouldn't. You know, I don't know.
Oh. Poor Hermione.
Yeah. So one of those things about the book to movie is Hermione was supposed to have these buck teeth, and they actually fitted her with these fake buck teeth, but she couldn't speak very well, so they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Daniel Radcliffe and the green eyes. He just had a bad reaction to the
To the
the
contacts.
contact lenses. So every time they say you have your mother's eyes, it's like except the color.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just make the mother have Daniel Radcliffe's eyes?
I don't know.
Ryan.
Man, that kid grew up to be handsome as hell, didn't he?
Yeah,
He's
he's
like Superman now.
They had a
Like that's the thing. Like you just never know.
Yeah.
What you end up with 8 years later. Thought you ought to know.
Now, didn't we reference this in Lord of the Rings
We
with the
did.
trolls?
I said, look
Yeah.
at the troll in this one, and look at the troll in Harry Potter. This is the worst, like, CG effect they have in the movie. I think the troll.
I thought you were gonna go. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
No.
Did that guy just freak out and pass out because he was scared?
Yeah.
Prefects.
Yeah, a prefect is like, I think the line leader.
Like the older, is
Like
it
a
the
hall
older
monitor.
students?
Yeah, they're the
Like year 2s, year 3s?
Yeah, each house has a prefect, a boy and a girl, I think,
Mhm.
right? Oh no,
Best
they
boy.
might have a couple. There's because there's head boy and head
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah. Head boy and head
and
girl,
that's
and then the
that's
prefect
over
is.
prefect. Yeah, it's just a leadership
Yeah.
spot.
Why they like mine so much?
Probably Peeves playing jokes. The subtitles were wrong there. He meant to say, he said Peeves, which
Mhm.
they cut Peeves out of the movies.
Yeah.
He's a poltergeist. He's not a ghost. He's an actual creature, a poltergeist.
So wait, what was the difference?
In the subtitle, it says probably people playing jokes because the guy that's doing the subtitle probably doesn't know.
Yeah.
But
so
he
said
actually
Peeves?
says probably Peeves playing jokes. Poor Hermione.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a terrible? You find out like everyone, no wonder. Oh gosh. It's like Shrek.
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It just
Right there.
Lord of the Rings is
right
just great.
there. Looks not great.
It does stand out more
Yeah.
than like Lord of the Rings looked more natural. I
It
would
does.
say.
Yeah. The color grading and the lighting, especially
Es-
with the lightning flashes.
And then especially later, whenever one of the kids is picked up and it's a CG kid as well. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, where do you spend all your money? Do you do it in set design, all that stuff? How much do we spend on the troll? How many problems were there when trying to get the troll? Did the visual effects supervisor shoot it right? That kind of thing. Like they had to match all of this interactive lighting with the lightning, when compositing, and it is kind of muddles things up a bit. See, that right there was real, but this, when he's on top, it's not.
It looks not great.
well, I think it looks all right.
Look right there.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it's it's so brief. If you slowed it down, you'd be able to tell.
I mean,
I
look
don't
at his
know.
hands.
I think I don't know.
He looks real there.
Well, there
real
he
there.
is.
That's just him hanging from a.
And at the
A
end of
wire.
the scene, they actually have a actual troll with the
A prop.
the snot thing. Well, not an actual troll, but a prop. Yeah.
Imagine.
That looks so heavy on.
Move, Harry. Move it.
Dude, if he
Man.
landed on his face,
Dude,
I
his
think
nose.
right up into his brain.
Like that citizen with a metal straw.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh,
You say citizen.
See, that right there is
I don't say
real.
woman.
A real prop.
Yeah, in the dust and everything.
These kids took out a troll.
See, that looks great right there. Like I
Yeah,
love the
that's-
animatronic movement of
Mhm.
the face.
Troll boogies.
I always love this part in the book,
Yeah.
like because the chapter ends with this really cool line where it's like because they weren't friends with her before this, but they're like there's a couple things in this world that after you experiencing it together, you become friends, and taking down a fully grown mountain troll is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just say like she was in the bathroom? We came looking for her. We found the troll. We fought it. We killed it.
And Coral back there is very twitchy, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's too low. Give
Yeah.
him 10. 10 points each.
For sheer dumb
That guy
luck.
reminds me of the Stady on Dumb and Dumber.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
Get the hell out of here.
that's the commander from Down Periscope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's actually Quirrell actually plays another part in My Big Fat Mad Diary.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the therapist. He
Okay.
plays a really.
I don't
great part
recognize
in
him from anything.
Limping.
Yep.
Trying to psych him out a little bit.
Can you imagine your life just making fun of 11-year-olds?
Yeah, I would never do that.
Yeah, but it looked like a cut, not a bite, right? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yow cries. Ooh.
This broom would be way too heavy.
No, it's
made of-
magic.
Magic Calvin.
That's just the answer.
It is.
What if I order a tractor from Amazon?
Magic.
Hopefully Amazon delivers by
Yeah, I
drone.
have no idea
Yeah.
what that is. And I can't remember who gets him this broom.
Huh?
Who gets him this broom? I can't remember.
McGonagall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
like-
this one's McGonagall. Later on, it's
Serious.
yeah,
The Nimbus 2000.
Mm-hmm.
it's the latest
Nimbus!
racing.
Is that supposed to be at all a nod to DBZ or anything?
No,
or
Nimbus is.
a cloud?
It's it's Cloud. But it's a word that came before Dragon Ball.
The Nimbus 2000.
I mean, Dragon Ball itself is derived from the Legend of the Monkey King.
It definitely looks more comfortable as a seat
Yeah, it does.
because it has
And
kind
it
of like
has
that
stirrups,
curve
too.
there too.
Concussion, massive concussion.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I first watched this movie and then the first, years and years after, I always thought the Quidditch stuff looked really good. It's only, in the last couple of years where you can kind of see, for me, that I can like see seams in
Yeah.
terms of the visual effects.
Now,
But it's because like when these movies were coming out, character animation, like realistic character animation, was still like on the verge of being really good.
Mm-hmm.
what year did this come out?
2000 and
Was
Two?
it 3?
When
2 or
did
3?
when did Lord of the Rings come out?
2001, 2, and 3
So they both came out around the same time.
around the same time.
One was really pushing the boundaries of like CGI, and the other one just did what they could.
Yeah.
2001. So they came out the same year.
Okay.
It's a fresh haircut for 2001. That was edgy back then.
The quaffle.
The quaffle.
It sounds dirty.
Quaffle?
Does it?
I don't know why.
Sounds like food to me.
A quaffle.
This is pretty cool right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Like, because
like-
some the character in the foreground is actually on camera, but the
Yeah.
other characters are CG. It's cool.
Yeah.
So the one that you focus on is the one that looks the best.
Yeah. But you know, across all the cuts, they're changing how they're doing it, so it looks pretty good.
Are all the rings worth the same amount of points?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. And then you have the keeper that's like a goalie around the rings too.
Okay.
That's where Wood plays.
Yeah. It's kind of like a rugby on brooms or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think that's legal. I think that might be a movie thing.
Yeah, that is not legal.
But I think only
Look at that.
you
Look
can
at
only
that.
hit
Only-
people
They
with the
put
beaters.
prosthetics on his mouth.
He actually
No, I
filed
think
his,
that's
Oh, really? Damn.
yeah, for the part he actually filed his teeth.
He filed his
He
teeth.
filed his teeth to look like that, and then afterwards, like to fix it,
I didn't
he had to get prosthetics.
Yeah,
I'm
I
so-
didn't.
I would have done it the other way
I didn't know
around.
that.
I would have done it the other way around as well.
I'm kind of surprised the further back you go, there isn't more points.
What's that?
I'm kind of surprised that the further back you go, there isn't more
I think
points.
it's not basketball. It's just
Well, I know, but like what would happen in a sport if you weren't rewarded? The sport would evolve and people would develop strategies for getting as close as you can, and
This is also-
there wouldn't be a long game at all.
Is that legal?
it's not legal, but that I do believe happened in the book.
It must be legal. They're not calling him.
Harry's face.
Uh-oh.
See that he was riding his broom. You
Like a
see that?
skateboard.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Harry? Go find that snitch.
Right.
Gotta catch a snitch.
Take that slide.
He's actually the team captain.
Yeah, Marcus Flint.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're smushing her.
You would be dead, probably.
Magic.
She hit her head.
Why'd you do that shit? He's just flexing at that point.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a keeper,
Filch.
so it's an open goal.
I never noticed that Filch was rooting for Slytherin.
Yeah.
Get it, get it,
So
get
he's
it.
just been sitting there looking for it.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
You kind of just go up and ignore everything else and look.
Kind of like an important coxswain.
The heck?
Look at Snape. Look at him.
Look at Quirrell. Right behind him.
Yeah.
I love in every shot where you suspect Snape, Quirrell is in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great detail, especially like in the first scene where you see Snape at the main table in the Great
Yeah.
Hall.
Ugh. Why are you all laughing?
They just
they're
think he's bad because he's a first year.
Yeah.
He's gonna die.
Like Neville, you know?
Yeah.
Well, even still, like, man, this guy's not good for the broom. Why is he here?
I mean, the Slytherins would be laughing. She just assaulted a teacher.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you're trying to save that kid's life and that kid's friend set you on fire?
Yeah.
Sucks.
You figured you would have there's a spell to extinguish it real quick.
Yeah.
I think the movie does a decent job with, like, Snape and Quirrell
It
and
does.
all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I think it
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah, if you don't know, then I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Especially when you look at it from like an 11-year-old perspective. Like, no,
Yeah.
he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I feel like I shouldn't be talking about it because, like, oh, spoilers. But, I
Yeah.
mean, if anyone's watching this, they should have seen
No,
the movie before
yeah.
they watch this, you know?
Aaron doesn't even do spoilers during the commentary.
That's what I'm thinking of.
There could have been one guy out there that hasn't seen it and incorrectly watched this.
Should have grabbed it.
Should just be flying slightly higher so we can be at head level.
It's cool. A snitch on has a spell on it. It has like a first touch spell where you can tell who actually touches it first.
Yeah.
So if two of the seekers actually are like going for it and they both grab it like this, and they're struggling, you can tell.
We need that in the
who picked it
NFL.
first.
Yeah.
Harry. I love the scarves.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
color code.
So all the teachers are put in the houses too, and they sit in their houses and stuff. Because like Snape is Slytherin, right? And
He's
then
the head of Slytherin
McGonagall
house.
is Gryffindor,
he's
right?
like their advisor. Yeah.
He's like
They all have different
okay.
boxes, though.
Yeah. But each teacher also went to Hogwarts too and were in a house as well, So Snape, when he was at Hogwarts, was in Slytherin, and now he's like the Slytherin representative for the class, like the teacher representative for the class.
Yeah, he's the head of the
The
house.
head of the house,
Same
yeah.
way McGonagall is the head of Gryffindor.
So if you have like an administration problem, you would go to the head of your house first, not like another teacher. You know?
yeah.
What was Hagrid in?
He was in Gryffindor, I think, right?
Fluffy.
Or was he in Hufflepuff? No, I think he was in Gryffindor.
I can't remember. Yeah.
No more questions.
Yeah, he was in Gryffindor. And then he was expelled in his third year.
Gotcha. Okay. His third year?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why was he expelled? Did they cover that in the movies?
Yeah,
They do.
I don't remember.
In the second movie, it'll be covered.
Okay.
Mhm.
Be terrible. Because I imagine it's a 4-year school, right?
No,
I mean,
it's
I know. I know in the movies they go like
7.
6 years, 7 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
it would be
that's right,
7 years
11.
because Deathly Hallows is it Deathly Hallows?
Deathly Hallows is split
yeah,
into two
it's split
movies.
into 2 movies. It's a 7-year course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or is it?
Because
Is it just
you go to it's in the UK. It's like so you're going to primary school with everybody else.
All right, I guess
and then
starting
you-
at 11.
Yeah.
Okay, you become 18 by the time
Yeah.
you're out. I guess that
And
makes
it is
sense.
also a boarding school as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, you start at 11 here.
I guess I was relating it more to like college.
Yeah. So it's this is more like starting in 6th grade. Right? That'd be right. 6 to 12.
Don't ask me, Eric.
Yeah.
11. Yeah, maybe 5th, 6th grade, somewhere in
Yeah,
that
something
range.
Like that.
I like them decorating the tree.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the tree that Hagrid was dragging in. For Christmas.
It didn't look that big. I don't know. Hagrid was dragging it, but you have Warwick Davis decorating it.
Yeah.
I can't tell how big the tree really is.
It's pretty big. But yeah, most people are gone, but a couple of the kids will stay here during Christmas.
If I was Harry, I wouldn't go back to
No.
anything,
No.
I would stay here.
Tom Riddle grew up in an orphanage, so he would stay as well. I think I read somewhere that the wizard chess set is actually based off of a chess set found like hundreds of years ago on a beach. Like they excavated this, and they only had like 10 pieces,
But they
But-
were like kind of shaped like
but they were
these.
shaped like this, so they based it off of.
See, it
that.
reminds me
That's
of
pretty cool.
chess mixed with the game they play in Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because they actually go up
Dijak.
there and they hit each other and stuff.
yeah. I'd be pissed though. They keep breaking.
Yeah.
Well,
They
they repair
repaired
themselves at the end.
after the game.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it'd be like that pandemic game. Like, I gotta buy a new one if I want to play again.
Because then when you get to the end though, like especially that big one that you play downstairs in the basement thing or whatever,
Yeah.
like hopefully it repairs itself so you can play it more.
Hopefully. I mean, it would have had to because Quirrell played
Yeah.
through, I guess, right?
And you'll see later on there are broken pieces around the board.
Mm.
But
yeah, but
the
that never
board
made
itself
sense
is
because there's
populated.
also there's missing pieces, and they had to fill in those pieces. How did he fill in so many pieces?
magic.
Magic.
It's ridiculous.
The room prepares itself for how many people are entering.
Ridiculous.
Magic.
Ridiculous.
Magic.
Why'd Ron have to ride a horse then if it prepares itself?
Magic.
Yeah, see, there's a hole.
Because you have to put yourself on the line.
You can do that by just being a. Never mind.
I like in the book whenever you have letters, they're done in a special font, like a handwriting font.
Yeah.
So Hagrid's are like not very good looking. Dumbledore's are very spiral,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know who sent him the invisibility cloak, except for if you look at the handwriting later and compare it to something you know Dumbledore wrote. Oh, Dumbledore did it.
Yeah.
And then he says it at the end of the book.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want one of those.
It's a green screen.
It is.
I think that's how they really did it.
Yeah, and then they're selling it with digital camera movement.
He really looks like he's got no neck.
You ain't getting
Yeah.
a neck.
I mean, it reminds me of like when I have a green screen up and you move something, and then all of a sudden something just disappears.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
This
obvious,
is like
right?
this is like an Iron Man shot inside the armor. You know.
Yeah.
This was shot in I think the Oxford Library, like a certain part of the Oxford Library, and it's the first time in like 200 years that anybody was allowed to bring a candle, a live flame, into it. They made an exception for the movie.
Yeah. And of course, they had many fire crews
It's my
standing
dream.
by.
It's my dream, Eric.
Is it a live candle though? I don't really know as much of a flicker. It could just be like a fake candle with like a
Yeah.
light on the top, you know?
Maybe it's not this one. I just know they have a live candle somewhere.
Gotcha. Ah! This is a library. Oh no.
No.
Filch.
Dude, we had a janitor like that.
There. Pretty sure that was a candle.
You can't hide.
So Dumbledore sent him this cloak so that he could just go around and get into trouble.
It was his father's.
I think he
That sounds terrible.
he also wants him to
It's magic, Aaron.
discover things.
Oh man, Filch is so creepy there.
I love like
Yeah.
his mouth there.
He's like drooling and stuff.
Man, he's so young, dude.
Shane, that's what happens. Just wait.
Yeah.
One day you'll look at your videos and be like, man, I was so young.
You do that now.
Look
No,
at me.
I didn't say
Look
that.
at me.
I said I was
Damn it,
thin.
look at me.
I said I was thin.
Couldn't have used me now, huh?
Thin but weak.
Love
Thin
it.
but weak. The damn cat.
Miss Norris.
Just a funny name, Miss Norris.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Run. Run.
Oh. Which is just cool, you know. Just the camera's there with a little sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I love how they achieve, like, from his point of view.
Oh. He's looking right at him.
Yeah.
Back it up, back it up, back it up. Back it up, back it up.
Oh gosh. You'd have to hear his footsteps, right?
Yeah, I wonder if that's like a moment of like hearing him or sensing him, you know, like if it's a magical
Yeah.
thing or just like he heard breathing or. That means the students are to bed. Hurry. That door is cool.
Oh yeah, you figured to make a creaking sound?
They use a lot of WD-40, magic WD-40.
Yeah.
Yeah, some hinges, when they're made right, don't creak.
That is so cool.
Ah, the mirror.
Yep. The Mirror of Erised.
So is he's just roaming around right now,
Yeah, like I like to think that Dumbledore.
or is he trying to find information on like
Yeah,
Snape?
Dumbledore is like kind of like pushing him to discover his past and his destiny and everything else.
Well, this scene, he's just trying to stay away from the teachers and stuff like that.
What's it
Lay
say? I
low.
forget.
It's Latin.
Yeah, I feel like I used to know what it meant at some point. I don't remember. Maybe it's later on in the movies.
I just looked it up.
'Cause it's something about like what your greatest desire is. or something, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's. I'm pretty sure it's in English, but if you would put it to a mirror, because it's flipped, you know, if you look at it in a mirror, it says, "I show not your face, but your heart's desire."
Yeah.
And Erised is this desire backwards.
Erised. So did they use anybody specifically for the parents at all? Or they just got actors. They didn't get anything like related to Radcliffe or.
No, I don't believe so.
You said they were going to use
J.K. Rowling.
J.K., but then they didn't.
Kind of, yeah. They stay their parents all the way through, don't they?
Well,
Yeah.
you don't see much of them through the movies, right?
No.
Not much.
There's a
You
little bit
saw-
of flashback later on, but that's when they're younger too.
Yeah, but
so
that's
you could have
kids,
used
yeah.
anybody then.
I mean, the biggest scene, of course, is the last movie
Yeah.
when the kind of ghost spirits come to him, and then they also appear in the fourth movie too.
So he recognized them as his parents though here.
Yeah, it's just like an innate thing.
Imagine laying flat on your back with your hands at your sides.
That's how I lie.
I do lie like that sometimes.
I can't sleep like
And I
that.
put this giant body pillow over me when I'm cold because Melanie took the covers, so I'm covering up with my pillow, laying there underneath it, shivering.
I slept on a lot. I slept on a lot of couches like that.
And then he sees himself being the most successful of all his older brothers.
Yeah.
So it's not the future; it's just what he really wants.
What you want most.
Yeah.
Like, dang, I really want all this.
What are they eating there? What is that?
Looks like some kind of toast and gingerbread or something like that.
I get so fat at Hogwarts.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
fatter. I mean,
Yeah.
not. I'm not
You have to walk
already-
around a
Yeah.
lot though.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
Playing Quidditch,
I wouldn't play Quidditch.
you might.
Nah.
Now this is new.
Yeah, I think so.
Because this is definitely in the books, but I was a little bit sad that they left it out. Because it is like weeks that he goes back to it, and he gets like obsessed with it.
Oh yeah, he goes back every night for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I like how Dumbledore appears here.
Yeah.
You can see him walk up into shot because he wasn't there when they're on the other side of the pillar, but you see the shadow walk
Mhm.
up, but it's implied that it's like a magic thing. It's kind of scary when you think about like the people that like wasted their entire lives looking into this mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you see, Shane?
56-meter dash record.
56. I don't know. Like a very healthy, successful, rich version of myself.
Yeah. What about you, Calvin? What would you see?
Yeah, I really don't know.
I just see myself. Oh, let's see, complete Black Series collection. Does it say in this what he says he sees Dumbledore? He said he sees a new pair of socks.
Yeah.
Because he's always wanted a pair of socks, but people insist on giving him like things they think is very deep and meaningful because of who he is.
Yeah.
And he never gets socks. That's
Yeah,
what he,
he
says.
never gets
that-
practical stuff.
that's what he says he desires the most. But we see in the Fantastic Beasts movie, he really sees Grindelwald.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could always change too what he sees in there, right?
That's true. But
Siege owl.
in the book, like when he says socks, Harry like gets the idea that he thinks he's lying.
Gotcha. That's true. I was just thinking, like with Ron, you know, in 4 years he might not be
Yeah.
wanting to be captain and.
Yeah. If you look into it when you're an adult, it'd probably be different than when you were a
Yeah.
child.
Although Harry's, I could see still being possibly
Yeah.
the same, you know, still like a desire to have met his parents.
Yep.
This is pretty.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Is that Hogwarts?
It is.
It looks different than when we saw it.
It's a different.
It's from a different
season.
angle.
Yeah, it's a different angle, and also like we just skipped over Christmas. This
Does the book take more time going through the seasons and stuff like that, or is it,
It does.
still
I
pretty
mean,
snappy?
each book is 1 year at school.
Yeah.
So I mean, as is each movie. So the pace of going over an entire year at school can be a little crazy with these
Yeah,
movies.
the books get longer and longer too.
Mm-hmm. This is new. He keeps getting Dumbledore. Oh. Yeah, this is new.
Yeah.
Leg locker curse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You can't.
Your legs stuck together.
Oh no, not this guy. Okay.
That's funny.
Good
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh man, I bet you he was pissed that he did that, and then they cut it out with the theatrical. run.
Yeah, I bet.
Was that in the book?
Yeah.
Is that like a?
No.
I don't remember that.
The Seamus like blowing up things is added for the movie. I don't think it's in the
No,
book.
yeah, it is.
Is it? I
Yeah.
don't remember like the spell and stuff.
I was just
Not
wondering
not
if
that spell, but he did it in class and stuff.
with having that in there, can it be a bit of foreshadowing with Quirrell
Oh
or
yeah.
anything? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I feel like that'd be like a very punishable offense to curse another child. You know?
Well, it is in Mob.
Ugh.
Hmm?
It is in Mob. Upside down.
Yeah.
Light reading.
For a bit of light reading. What are those?
Samples of metal.
So every time they filmed these scenes, they had to film them twice. Once saying Philosopher's Stone, and once saying Sorcerer's Stone. And the American version was the only time that has those takes.
Yeah.
That seems so dumb.
It is dumb.
Yeah.
Just put Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, the publisher Scholastic, like they just thought that kids in America, when they saw the word philosopher, would think, "Oh, it's a philosophy thing. That's boring. I don't want it." Sorcerer, ooh, that's magic. I want that. They just thought kids were stupid,
Yep.
and kids are stupid because it worked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the books are changed too, right?
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
book is the Sorcerer's Stone, but is it different in the UK
Yeah.
in Europe
Yeah.
than it is in the US?
Everywhere else,
Except for the
Ex-
very first printing in the U.S.
is it?
Yeah, because the original U.S. printings have Philosopher's Stone, but they changed it.
I don't know. But yeah, everywhere else it's Philosopher's Stone.
What?
Oh.
That. What's he cooking?
He's not cooking anything. Look at this
I
dog.
love Fang.
Where'd he come from?
It's his giant bloodhound.
That is a giant dog.
That's a big ass dog.
Do you remember how to get past Fluffy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Play music. Goes right to sleep.
Okay.
Dragon egg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a dragon? I think it's a dragon.
Mm-hmm. He's got those great big welding oven mitts. Still
It's a-
too hot to hold.
Boiled egg.
I like, because Harry's the newcomer into this world. He has to question everything. Hermione always usually answers most stuff because of the book reading, but Ron will also answer stuff because he grew up in this world, whereas she was Muggle-born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they kind of get to split those responsibilities.
So Hermione is similar to Harry's mother.
Yes,
Yeah.
This thing
Both of her
is
parents are dentists.
they are dentists.
ugly. Dentists.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they refuse to have her fix her teeth with
Yeah.
a shrinking spell until the fourth book, I think. In the fourth book, somebody curses her and her teeth grow really, really big. So she has to go to the nurse, and the nurse is like, "Just stop me whenever
It
they
looks
get back.
right.
They get back normal." And she just let them put it
Go a little bit more.
Yeah. So able to fix her teeth.
Norbit.
Norbert.
The dragon looks great. Like as compared to the troll.
Oh man, that'd be terrible.
It smells so bad too.
It smells so bad.
Aw.
Still burning, Eggard.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
How long was he standing there? Malfoy knows about the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
It's illegal to have a dragon like that.
Yeah.
But
50. Jeez.
they got
150.
they got less for beating a troll. You little shit.
Yeah, right.
You were out wandering around too.
He's a little snitch,
Honorable.
man.
And they also get minus 50 points,
Mm-hmm.
like Slytherin does,
Well, each, yeah.
or each person
Yeah.
gets 50.
Yeah, so they
each
lose 150.
person loses 50. Jeez.
Yeah.
And they got 10 points for beating a troll,
Yep.
Yeah.
but 150 for being out of bed.
Yep.
I think they got 5. Yeah, they got 5 points each,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, honestly, they got none because Harry lost points
Yeah.
because of Snape, and then Hermione lost points
Mrs.
because of
Screaming.
the troll. So really, they just broke even.
Yeah. That's a great line that we talked over, but like, Foch is like, yeah, when people got in trouble, I used to hang them up in the dungeons by the thumbs. Oh, I missed the screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
So yeah, in the movie, it's just you see the baby dragon and it's gone. In the book, Harry and Ron and Hermione actually help him smuggle it away. Because Ron's brother, his second oldest brother, I think,
Percy?
or maybe his oldest,
No, it's-
Bill.
It's
Bill, yeah.
He's a dragon like hunter. But
Well,
he cares.
not really a hunter.
I mean,
More like,
he fights them like when they attack things and stuff. But he
Right.
also helps them, and
Yeah.
he's like a caretaker
Mhm.
/ wrangler.
Yeah.
So there's like this big thing where they get into the tallest tower, and Bill and his friends come with brooms and grab Norbert and take him away. All cut out
So they try to get him out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to rescue him so that.
so that Hagrid wouldn't be caught with him.
Yeah.
99.
Because it's
This is a terrible
it's a
detention.
Hungarian Ridgeback, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
These movies should have been 3 hours long. Cool sorcery powers and stuff.
Yeah. This is a
trying to
terrible.
say, Aaron.
This is a terrible detention.
I'm saying
Yeah, it is.
I watched Lord of the Rings. Half the one movie is just walking around.
It's not how. That's not how it is.
Aaron, half of this movie is these kids walking around. What are you talking
They're
about?
walking right now, but they haven't been walking the whole movie.
The first 20 minutes is him and Hagrid walking.
They walked up those steps
No, there
after
were
they got out of those boats.
snakes and letters and.
It's like
Whoa.
Mercury.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Unicorn blood.
Mhm.
huh.
Why does it look like silver?
It's magical blood.
Yep.
I imagine to be
It has
Rainbow colored or something. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I bet you it'd be red if it was Lord of the Rings, and you'd love it.
No.
It has powerful magical properties.
Ooh.
I just hate that intention, man.
Yeah.
You get in trouble. They send you to the woods to find what's killing unicorns.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it's a good thing to do, though, right?
True.
No. Send teachers.
I mean, it's a good thing to find out what's doing it, but
You know how many dangerous things are in these woods? There's gigantic spiders.
Yeah, the spiders, dude.
yeah.
Fang's a bloody coward.
He is.
Potter. What was that? Someone's coming. Give me. So something's killing a unicorn. How many unicorns are there?
Hmm?
Like in a lot of lore, there's only
sustainable
one,
population?
There's one unicorn, you know.
It's a big dog.
Good dog. He found his mark.
Now this is a forest, right?
Hmm?
This where they shot Force Awakens. Some of this.
Force Awakens was shot.
Well, I know some was on set, but wasn't some of it in the woods?
I have no idea.
I know the lightsaber fight was a set.
Malfoy, you little.
Fang just barking, running away.
Yeah, you said he was a coward. Dude, he's like so like
Snake-like.
Damn.
wispy and stuff.
I love that he's just still screaming and running in the background.
Yep. The Nazgul look better. It's crazy to think that this is Professor Quirrell.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I love that, though.
He just wisps away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why the hell did a centaur show up?
They live in the woods.
They're the guardians of the forest.
They take Umbridge away too.
Yeah. I got detention.
Huh?
It's like I got detention.
Right.
I'm supposed to be here. Hmm.
Man, this guy knows a lot.
Yeah, he
I know,
does.
right? So you drink it to prolong your life, but when you
No,
drink,
you drink it to save your life.
So it won't
Yeah.
let you die. It'll
Yeah.
save you.
Yeah,
But
it keeps
then-
you from dying.
What do you mean
but
by the half-life? Is that what you're saying, Shane?
yeah, but then it cuts off to 50% of your natural life.
Is that what that means? I don't think that's what it means, right?
means. When he means half-life, it's like you're not truly living. Like
yeah,
you're I think
You're
the emphasis is
undead.
more on the cursed life.
Okay, okay.
Like you can never feel happy again or something like that. you
Yeah.
know?
It's like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like they're alive, but they can't taste an apple.
Yeah.
What is it? Barbo says like the mist on my face or
Spray of the sea.
Spray the sea. That's what it is. That's what I was trying to think of what the line was.
The warmth of a woman. Spray
I
the
feel
sea.
nothing.
My potion's final.
As long as you're here.
Man, it's been a while since I've watched these because I can't remember what was in, what wasn't.
Yeah, me either.
So is that like a true statement? And that's why like it sets up what is it, movie 4? Is it 4? I forget. With
For what?
Dumbledore and the storylines through there and everything. Like her talking about like you're safe as long as Dumbledore's around and everything, and like
No,
is that
that's,
really true or is it not really true? He's not safe with Dumbledore around.
I mean, you're safer with that guy around. I like how
Yeah.
Hagrid is playing.
Because he
head
was
of this thing.
afraid of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Pretty clear.
But the castle is also pretty well guarded in terms of spells and enchantments too. See, this is a big difference because in this movie, like they just walk out that
Yeah.
courtyard and they're right there. But in the third movie, there's this giant fucking hill and a
Yeah.
bridge and all this stuff. You know?
Yeah, the time traveling man.
Poor Hagrid. He's so innocent.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that.
He always realizes after he said it that
I
he
know.
shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Is that what he said though to the stranger?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
He doesn't realize I shouldn't have told him that.
that's what he said. There's a ghost doing work there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cool things they had as a detail in this movie, like when you see the kids actually doing work, they're actually doing real homework because they had to be tutored on set to be able to do this movie, you know?
Yeah.
Because of certain like child labor laws and stuff and having to go to school. So when the kids in the background are just doing work, they're actually doing their homework.
Yeah.
No one would listen. So how many points does a house start with? Because like,
0, I think.
because the first thing we heard about points that I remember was
Mhm.
whenever Snape's like -5 points for Gryffindor. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, did they have any points?
No.
I think they start with 100 so that you can take points away.
Well, I mean, you earn points by like doing well in classes and
So can you
stuff
go?
like that.
So were they at -5 then at that point?
I mean,
I don't-
that was Halloween. It would have been a couple months after they started, so they would have gotten points.
That Snape class wasn't the first class.
No, I mean that was. No, I'm thinking about something else.
When
I mean,
when he was taking the
sure.
notes and stuff.
but I mean, you gotta remember, it's going from all 7 years and stuff like that. So it's probably going up by hundreds of points and downs hundreds of points every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they accumulate a lot of points off camera, and
Yeah.
You need some music.
You should get John Williams come with you.
Da, 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 da. I love the music.
Yeah, it's great.
That song is great.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor.
Everybody kept told him keep standing up to people.
But not to us.
Oh,
that's a
That's a full body bind,
Yeah.
not a leg body bind.
that's just a hell of a thing to do.
It's a spell they use all the way up into the last book when they're fighting Death Eaters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way of stopping somebody without killing them. You know?
yeah. But no, like Calvin was saying, it's a nice way of like they were talking about like you gotta stand up for yourself and
Mhm.
not just be pushed around all the time.
Yeah.
And they were referring to like Malfoy
Yeah.
and the locking of his legs and stuff. But
Yeah, I mean,
he does it there.
yeah, in the book, like there is that scene, and he's like, "You told me to stand up for myself," and they're like, "Not to us."
Yeah.
So they get here and there's already music being
Yeah.
played.
Uh-huh.
Quarrel's already done it.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Eric said Quirrell's already been here.
Yeah.
Oh.
My bad.
That's okay. Just teasing. Imagine how heavy a dog paw like that would weigh.
That'd be fucking crazy, man.
You'd have to push his whole leg.
Imagine the smell. His breath.
Fill the room. Ugh.
I mean,
Oh man.
hopefully not all the heads have bad breath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a couple of them had like a peppermint. Uh-oh. Music stopped.
It's like Shelob.
Yeah, right?
That is just.
Why would you put your fingers in it?
I like how it just waits for them to look up.
I know. Or make a sound.
What? What is that?
Devil snare. Ugh.
That's terrible.
Ugh.
It looks great too.
Yeah. They had these kids wrapped up and everything, and they pulled them off of them, and they reversed it. Looks great.
Man, they'd be fucked without her
Yeah.
every single year.
Yeah, dude. Well, one year, she wasn't there. She was stoned.
She was what?
She was like stoned or some shit, right? She was petrified or something.
Well, towards the very, very last couple days, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next year.
Felt like it was most of the book for some reason.
No, she was the last one
Okay.
to be petrified. Well, luckily, she got the sunlight spell.
Yeah. Not just light. Has to be sunlight.
Damn God.
Sounds like bugs.
It's kind of funny to think of Quirrell doing all these things.
Yeah.
Like when he landed in that, did he freak out or did he just this key
I think
thing?
Voldemort's like telling him, like, don't panic.
It's neat though, because like you have each of them help with something though through this
Yeah.
whole thing,
Yeah.
you know.
They get lucky in this one because they find the one with the broken wing.
He probably said it wrong. So the other guy came through here, found the right key, unlocked it, and then threw it back in there.
You might be able to get out from the other side. Yeah.
One of it has a broken ring because of
Because it was used already.
yeah. In a century.
They start going fucking crazy,
It's like, ah!
hitting you.
Poking him.
Well, see, that helps narrow it down because it's the one that's not attacking you. You know what I mean?
I would not be swinging my hand like that.
No.
I love the
Imagine-
sound.
Hitting one of those.
Is that
For
key
some reason, I just
practical?
don't remember a lot of this. I haven't seen this in a while.
The key looks practical. Well, now
I
it does-
don't
now
think it
doesn't.
is.
The one shot looked like it was like a real thing. Now it definitely looks CGI.
That's a good catch, man.
Yeah, it is.
I like how he throws it down and then it goes back up and then she catches it.
I like how they all just follow in a line like the snake game.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I love that.
Why did he not have this issue when he came through?
He probably did, but it might reset, you know?
I guess.
Same way with the chest room.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, just might have magic to bypass it all.
Magic. Now he has to complete the things. He does all of the challenges.
We get by a dog, and then relax, and find a key, and then play some chess.
Yep.
It skips over the potion one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there was another one?
Yeah, in the
Mhm.
book there's a potion one where it's a riddle. It's not magic at all. Like there's like, I don't know, like 20 bottles of potions in front of you, and you have to figure out which one will allow you to pass through fire, or which one will like put you to sleep or poison you, or you'll get burned.
Okay.
How much of this did they build? Like, obviously the floor, right?
I don't know.
Like
the statues
figures
look real.
They
the
look-
figures are practical.
Yeah.
Until they move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they move with magnets.
See? Those ones moved.
What'd you say?
I said maybe they're moved with magnets.
Oh. I always wonder why he had to have the horse. Like, he could just be the knight, you know? Also, do they have to drag, like, and beat the other ones, you know? When they take him?
Yeah.
It's a dramatic zoom in.
Yeah.
We play.
Two
You-
spaces.
Do the 4-move trick. I would not test it right now.
Yeah, right.
You're just throwing away a piece, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why he had to have the horse,
So
So
they could
the-
have something to hit.
so that the queen wouldn't kill him. Yeah.
He just gets his ass beat in the book,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
I thought he did have the.
I don't remember. I don't think so. It's been forever since I've read it.
Yeah.
Gotta have a montage.
They just show them blowing up.
Yeah. A bunch of compressed air and shit. I love this. She hits it, knocks it off the board. Get the fuck out of here.
Was all of this an original?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's my question.
Yep.
What happens when Harry's bishop takes something?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do they have to beat the other thing? Like, how they do that?
Oh,
He's just like,
well,
"Ah!"
when he takes the king drops his sword.
Yeah, I know. But that's checkmate. Like, what happens
Yeah.
when you take... If you gotta kill a pawn, if I was to take a pawn, do I have to go over there and start punching this rock?
They've got their wands, right?
They do have their wands, I guess. Stupefy!
You.
They're sticking themselves out for Harry, this, you know, and then they do it again later on in the
Mhm.
last movie.
Oof.
Who is it? You say you don't know how to play chess?
No, I don't know how to play.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a little too old to play now.
You're too old to play chess now?
To play and get good at it? Yeah.
I love this. He's lucky, man.
See, he just fell off. It didn't like
Yeah.
start stabbing him,
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean?
This is a long sequence.
Yeah, it is.
really is.
This is the real sword the Mountain used in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right.
It's a practical prop.
I
Yeah.
don't think he used that sword. I think you're lying.
He didn't.
I thought the
He's-
visors and come down. He'd be some goofy fuck.
He's dead.
There's like a guy in there.
Wait, how do you get out?
Hmm?
How do you get out?
You gotta use the broom from the one room
To fly back and
to
get out of
fly
Fluffy's.
some reason
through
I
this
was-
devil's snare and get past Fluffy.
I was literally thinking of Zelda dungeons. Like, you just stand in that light.
Yeah.
And it comes
you go,
up.
you go to the entrance.
Yeah. Like, I was like thinking, you idiot. But I'm an idiot.
You idiot. There's a big staircase back there.
Yeah, it is.
Reminds me of the staircase that Sub-Zero comes down in Mortal Kombat.
I've seen that so long.
All right, Snape.
Use the element that brings life.
One-on-one.
I love this too. Voldemort is facing him.
So that means that Dumbledore just recently put the mirror down here.
Yeah.
He had to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, Voldemort was in the mirror there?
Huh?
No, he's.
Oh, you mean here in a second?
Yeah.
I thought you meant what he was seeing. Quirrell.
Jeez.
Begrudgingly trying to
Yeah.
save you.
When you killed my troll.
Every time his back is turned.
But wait, if he knew that he was going and he stopped him at the third floor from getting to Fluffy,
Well, he suspected that he was doing these things. I think.
how do you get the cut?
Well, because
From
Fluffy
Fluffy.
got him.
Yeah.
He went to the third floor and got there before and was like looking around, and Coral like didn't end up going through. You know?
Oh, it's just because Snape was there.
Yeah, because Snape was there.
Just start running up those fucking stairs, bro.
Fuck
Hey,
it.
fuck you, asshole.
He's being compelled. It's a weird walk.
Yeah. Daniel Radcliffe's kind of twitchy. So yeah, it does change.
Because he sees a stone in the...
Yep.
This is one of those, like,
Did you wink at him?
well,
Yeah.
Winked at himself.
this is like a good-hearted person can have it kind of thing, or...
It's only the person that wants the stone but doesn't want to use it will get the stone. It's pretty clever of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Lies. Can't remember who plays Voldemort in this. The voice.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So they didn't have Ralph Fiennes
No.
yet.
No.
So it
Not until the
doesn't
fourth
sound
movie.
exactly,
Yeah, it doesn't even really look much like him.
No.
No.
This is like a terrible thing.
It's a terrible thing. And he still has a bit of a nose, you know?
Yeah.
Still freaky.
It's very freaky.
Ugh, look at that shit.
Yeah, because it's like pulling his neck and everything.
So this guy's one of his followers and has
Yeah.
agreed to be a host.
Only recently. He found him in a forest in Albania and he got seduced pretty much. So he's played by a guy named Richard Bremer, who I don't really recognize. He was in the 13th Warrior. Oh.
Can I see his face?
I recognize him from 13th
Oh
Warrior.
yeah, shit yeah.
Damn.
He's the dark-haired Viking.
Wait, go back to him. Is he in Seinfeld? Does he date Elaine?
I don't think that's him.
It's not proper, that guy.
I don't remember the class, but Quirrell's the dark arts.
Defense against the Dark Arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always a teacher that always
Yeah.
gets, because it's cursed.
But yeah, Quirrell.
Yeah.
He generally was that that teacher, and then he wasn't then, but he went around like just researching stuff and found Voldemort in Albania.
In Albania?
Albania.
Yep.
That's where Voldemort was hiding.
Albania, okay. What was he at that point? Does the book go into that?
He was kind of like a lesser ghost,
Look
Okay.
at that shit, dude.
and then they used unicorn blood to help him, and they milked his snake, like a venomous stuff, and used potions to do it. And they got him like a physical baby body. Eventually,
Yeah, I remember J.K. Rowling talked about that.
That was weird.
that's the magic left over from his mother.
That's the protection magic
The
from like
love
the blood
magic,
and
yeah.
stuff.
He grabbed his face. He realized what he could do, and he grabbed his face.
Yeah.
Well, dude, his hand just disintegrated.
Yeah. Both of them.
If I was Harry, I'd start freaking out, man. Like I would keep my hands away from my body.
Yeah, what have I done?
You killed Voldemort.
He just got his quirk.
Good job.
Yeah,
Voldemort's dead.
I wouldn't want to touch myself.
We only need one movie.
Huh?
We only need one movie. Voldemort's dead.
Yep.
Again.
There's more Horcruxes out there.
How many Horcruxes are there? 7?
7.
And there's 7 years?
Yep.
Well, he makes 7, and then Harry's the accidental 8th, right?
Yeah.
That's what he was in Albania, like this kind of ghost-like
This wispiness.
thing. Yeah. I think he just goes back to Albania now.
Goes back to
Damn Albania.
Nagini, right?
I think so.
I am interested in what Fantastic Beasts goes into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want them to start heading towards like a prequel to these
Right
movies.
there. He looks
And
like
they are.
Will Byers in the bed,
A little bit.
the hair and everything.
I love waking up to candy. It happens so rarely in my life.
Because you eat it all at night.
Sleep while I'm sleeping.
He's sleeping. I like that.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't want to eat a chocolate frog.
Yeah, that would be weird. I feel bad for it.
Yeah.
It's just a spell
Yeah.
with chocolate.
On China.
Bet you Ron opened it to see what cards were in there. He still got Dumbledore. Damn it.
I wonder how Dumbledore feels being like a trading card.
Mm.
Ah, Nicholas, huh?
Yep.
Nicholas Flamel.
What's going on there?
It's a nurse. Man, it'd be terrible to be a sick person in a wizard's painting. Sick forever.
Yeah, right. I like how on Dumbledore's card it says like all the things, like it says the thing about Nicholas Flamel, and it says that he just helped discover the 12 uses of dragon blood, and the 12th use of dragon blood, the last one they discovered, is an oven cleaner. It's really good at cleaning ovens.
He's always whispering.
Yeah. He doesn't whisper whenever they get Michael Gambon on.
No.
Why'd you put a name in the cup of the fire?
He whispers to Edmond Dantes.
He does.
Yeah.
Speed. So I mean, now at least Voldemort like knows what Harry has.
He had to kind of know because of how he died, right?
Well, I think he was just extremely confused then and thought, well, maybe it's some kind of freak accident, or I messed up or something. But now when Quirrell touches him when he's, it's like it's still happening. Then he has a better idea and he creates a plan in which to get around it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hate these things.
I do. Too.
Yeah, we
I love
give him a
the game.
mailbag.
The game's great.
The game is not
sucks.
fun. I always get more bad tasting ones than good. And the bad tasting ones taste so bad.
So
I almost threw up one time.
yeah. I retched on camera.
Alas. Earwax.
Nice toffee. We played that game with Melanie and their brothers and stuff. Colson and Leon wanted to play. Like,
Oh,
I
no.
want to do it. I'm like, all right, here you go. Like, I don't want it anymore. I don't want it. And they're crying. Like, Colson didn't want it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
crying.
He's like,
Cry too.
I'm like, hey, Dad. No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Some of them are bad. Some of them are like vomit flavored.
There's
and-
vomit. There's dog
Can you imagine me like the
food,
chemists who
There's
make these
boogers.
flavors?
There's fresh cut grass.
Popcorn.
Sweaty socks.
Ugh. Grass.
Yeah, toothpaste.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't too bad.
Well, Slytherin won the House Cup with all the points. But I always felt like it's so shitty.
Yeah.
Like those kids worked hard.
But they weren't heroes, Eric.
I guess.
They weren't the
He's
titular
biased,
character.
man. He's biased.
He's
to
biased as
Gryffindor.
fuck, yes.
Why was he Gryffindor?
Yeah.
He's the headmaster, though. It's his school.
Second place. Ravenclaw.
Like they go from last place to first.
Yeah.
Such bullshit.
Why is it bullshit?
Because he like gives them he just gives them a ton of points for shit that has
They-
nothing to do with school.
They took away a whole bunch of points.
You know?
And stuff. What do you mean it has nothing? It has to do with wizardry and.
Nothing to do with school though.
It's important.
him.
It's important.
Even when he's even when he's celebrating, he's not happy.
Man, that corn on the
Yes.
cob looks good. Ugh.
Yep. What else? I mean, this is a shit move to pull at the last second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, that whole house is gonna be like, you know what? We should go dark. We should be evil. The world's against us.
50 points. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. That just counters her detention.
Yeah.
His Malfoy had his look on his face, confused, like bravery. The hell is that?
For playing chess.
For playing chess.
Yeah, but it was important.
They'd be a troll.
But it was important.
10 points.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. This
10.
this counters that. That was saving the school for sure.
Can you imagine if he said those lines, Voldemort?
I could. Come to die. See, he just threw 10
See?
on there just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
still not enough to beat Slytherin, though.
Nope.
It's 160 points more, and they had 304, right?
They're tied, right?
Yeah.
But even more.
It does.
How do you know about that?
He knows everything. Magic.
The paintings.
Magic,
talk.
Aaron.
Magic.
You'd feel so hollow. It's like,
Those kids were robbed.
yeah, they were.
Look at this wandless magic right here.
That's just a like. Honestly, it's a shit move to do it to do it at the end.
Yeah.
After saying they won.
Yeah.
And then they all fucking cheer. And then all the other rest of the school cheers because everybody hates Slytherin.
Yeah.
I hate Slytherin.
But they hate him because they're shitty because this kind of shit happens.
Is that why? Is that why? For the whole year he was shitty. That little shit. When he went and was like, "Hey, they're out of the room."
Right.
They
Look
saw
at
a
that
dragon.
smile. Hagrid's so approving.
And Snape gets up and just starts awarding points to Slytherin. They're all doing it. You know? I love Hagrid waving to kids at the end of this movie.
Yeah. So good.
Can you imagine having to go back and live with the Dursleys for the summer?
I wouldn't. I
You
wouldn't.
went from a castle to a fucking staircase. You know what I mean?
Can they not like stay here for any reason or anything?
No, they can't.
No. It's ridiculous. Especially after having known, like, all the shit that he's going
It'd
through.
be so awesome to have the castle to yourself for the whole summer.
Aw.
Yeah.
Where is I wonder. I almost said Richard Harris, but where does Albert
Albus.
Dumbledore? Yeah, Albus. Where does he hang out?
He lives here.
Yeah.
All the,
All the
teachers,
teachers-
all the teachers live at Hogwarts.
Okay, I wasn't quite sure about that.
Yeah.
Albert.
What do you think they do in the off season?
Vacation.
Where does a wizard vacay?
No, I mean Quirrell went to Albania. Didn't work out for him.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Albany.
Albany, New York.
It's in Albany, Ohio, too.
Yeah, just threaten them. Don't actually
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I didn't say give him ears.
Reminds me of a story. The British would hang signs over wells saying that they were poisoned. And the Germans complained, saying it was against the Geneva Convention to poison wells. And I said, yeah, that is, but putting signs over them isn't.
He's waving to them. And then he sees other kids and he starts waving to them. I love the waving. Love John Williams playing on my heartstrings.
Dragon heartstrings.
Yep. Just wave to everybody, Hagrid, now.
Bye bye.
See,
He's such
all
a
those
big
other-
They
man.
didn't give a shit about the other kids.
All those other heads and chests and everything that you see in the windows, they're all fake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did
They're
you
all
get some-
mannequins
Why did
and
they get some
like
kids?
poster board.
Poster board. This is definitely
Looks great.
whatever his name is. Christopher Columbus. It's Macaulay Culkin with a, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, did Christopher Columbus do
Christmas?
Home Alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
The first two.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's done. So
I think he did the second one too. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Anyway, that was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone,
Yeah.
which is a solid first movie. I mean, it does feel like a kid's movie still.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You know, I think that, you know, watching it now, I see some of the cracks in some of the visual effects. Not all of them. Some of them are great. But I'm still super impressed by those kids' performances.
Yeah.
They're really young.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I was a idiot when I was 11.
it
I was
said
a fat, wearing red shirt, red sweatpants idiot.
red shirt, red sweatpants. You look like a giant tomato.
I was. I had a red face and bright blonde hair.
It said executive producer was Mark Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's his dad.
So is that
I don't
how
know.
he got the role of Harry?
I have no idea.
Or maybe they wouldn't let him do it, and they told his dad, "Well, let you be executive producer."
Or they could have the same name.
They could. I think that's more likely, actually.
It's probably that.
But anyway, so what'd you guys think?
Well, I've seen it and read the books.
So,
So
does it
it's-
change? Did this watch through change your life? Like it changed the viewers?
No, just it's good to go back and appreciate it again. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
Haven't seen this version. Couldn't really tell what was exactly new. There's
Yeah.
a few things I didn't remember.
Sure.
Why?
What's the matter?
It says starring, and the first name it said was John Cleese, and he's
Yeah.
in it for like a minute,
He's
and then
first
it
billed.
showed Coltrane and Richard and all
Yeah.
these others, but John Cleese was
They
first.
probably just wanted him in so bad. Like, well, we'll put your name first in the credits, man. Come on,
Yeah,
please.
I mean, there's
he's-
Alan Rickman now, you know, like
He's definitely a nearly headless Nick, though.
It might be alphabetical order. No, I don't fucking know. I don't know.
yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, I was just confused. I'm like, geez,
Wanamaker.
W and W. I don't know.
but no, I have
Yeah.
Felton.
Yeah.
I've had plans. I wanted to watch it with the kids and stuff, but
Sure.
I was waiting for at least Leon and Coulson for me to feel like they were of both of age to
Yeah.
understand. I could wait longer for like Ayla and Kanan both
Sure,
to be
yeah.
of age, but I was like, I want to watch them again, but I want to wait until
Wait a little bit.
they are good
Yeah.
to watch it, because a lot of times whenever I watch a movie, most movies I don't go back and watch
Yeah.
in a yearly fashion or
Mhm.
anything like that. So
Sure.
I want it to be like kind of fresh for me, so that I'll sit there and enjoy it with them, rather than, all right, you guys watch this, I'm gonna go away. You know?
And again, I think as a adaptation from book to movie, I think it covered a lot of the book.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, fortunately, the book is shorter than all the other Harry Potters. Some of my favorite movies in the franchise actually leave out a lot from the book, especially the third one, which is my favorite. But
How old were you guys when you read the books? That was one of my hopes too. Is that maybe
2001 is when I would have read it.
I'd have
the
been
first
like
time.
5th grade or so then, but I didn't read it.
Or no, it would have been 2000. So I would have been in 7th grade, maybe.
I think
6th
I
grade?
read it right around 2002.
Yeah.
Because I think we were still in the middle of our move.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of hoping that it might trigger them to want to read the books,
Sure,
maybe.
yeah.
But I'm not sure of like what age they need to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was supposed to read in St. Mary's, but I did not. And I read them when I was older because Eric got me to do it. He said
Yeah.
he said we would read the book and then we'll watch a movie and then
Yeah.
and then I'll read the next book. We'll watch the movie and
So like
I
Shane
think-
would read the book, and then I would come over and we would watch the movie.
That was when we were living together, right? Because
Maybe.
did you watch them with us? I think. Because I
Possible.
remember watching them over back on Ingleside. Is that where you watched them at?
I maybe watched one there. I definitely know I watched the first one with you at my house.
Yeah.
Colonial Terrace.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
But
trying to
yeah,
remember.
and then that was up until, at that point the seventh part. I mean, like the seventh movie haven't come. I mean, the eighth. How many? Yeah, there's 7 books. Yeah, so part 1 of the last book
Mm-hmm.
wasn't out yet.
Gotcha.
So I finished them all, and then
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. We'll see about when we're going to be. Maybe we'll go on to the second one sometime soon here. But
If you guys want to have a vote on what's
Yeah.
coming, make sure you guys go over to patreon.com/blindwave, because we have polls there every week on either the next commentary, which you should see now if it's on YouTube, or also the next reaction to movies. So a poll every week on what movie we're going to be covering. So make sure you guys go there and check that out. You can have a say on that.
yeah,
And
Miss-
by the way, I
Yeah.
looked it up. I saw no relation to Mark and Daniel.
good job, Calvin. Mischief managed.
See you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe, because we have a new movie commentary or reaction coming out every week. And you can also check these commentaries over on podcast things, Stitcher, I believe, iTunes, some things like that. Also, make sure you guys go over to Patreon. As I said, there's polls over there. You can vote on the next commentary, the next reaction, right over at patreon.com/blindwave.
Yep.